Yeah, what? Oh, yeah. Just drop the keyboard.
Oh.
Huh? Yeah, it's always. No big deal.
I think somebody's 1.5 points ahead of me.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Isn't somebody 1.5 points ahead of me? Yeah, Lemons. No, you're 1 point ahead of me. So yeah, if let's say Sinboard and Pickles died to points, I got first and you got second, we would tie.
Okay.
All four of us?
Well, out of all four of us, because I'm exactly 1 point behind Lemons. So if he got third and I got first and there was no additional points, we could tie. But pretty much whoever wins this pod's gonna win the whole thing.
That's what I said. Pretty much.
I have 2 sub games that probably aren't in there. So that's a point. Well, that's a point or 2, depending on how you actually score subs correctly. I don't know. I assume Bobby's fixing it. I don't think you can get any more than half a point for subbing. But we'll see.
You can get half a point, and you are able to receive MVP if you're voted, or First Blood, but you can't receive both.
I've gotten 2 points this week then, or 1 point last week and 1 point this week. So I don't know if that's included. I don't know.
The 1 point from last week probably is. So I'm 1.5 points behind you. So you can't finish second to me, or you would still win.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
I'd cry.
Well, I mean, I've already gotten my entry into the end of the year tournament, so I'm not really concerned with that.
That's what I'm trying to do, man. I just want to jump in once and win this whole league here and get my ticket to the final.
Well, I've already got mine,
table.
so is anybody else qualified already?
I'm not. This is my first month after playing in the league.
Both of us, first month, huh?
But it skips past me, whatever place I'm in. If I'm first or second, it'll skip to the next person below.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the odds are pretty high for both of you.
I'm not in the league either.
Just don't get dead last.
I didn't get it.
Just don't get dead last.
Either,
Oh, seems good. Seems good. What a great standard.
Whoever comes in second to him if he wins.
Alright.
Well, we'll get the ticket. What do you get for winning? I never even actually bothered to look. I just
First and second gets a $45 gift card to TCG Player, and third place gets sleeves. And I think all 3 places get sleeves if you haven't already gotten their custom Jake and Joel sleeves.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do they look like?
I can show you. Give me a
second. Yeah, it's got their logo on the sleeve. They're actually pretty cool.
I don't like the... God damn it, I keep opening the wrong fucking program. I don't like the texture of them. But they're not bad.
So they're the ones that are textured, like the dragon sleeves.
It's not that I like textured sleeves. It's just they have like a weird... kind of crunch.
Oh, so they're not like,
they're not smooth.
An example of this, they're not smooth. To where
yeah, so they're not bad, but they're just like, I don't know, they're just like...
Life is good, but
this is difficult to do. They feel like they're like harder plastic. They're not soft, so they don't have like a good shuffle ability to them.
Right.
They're not my favorite sleeves, I'll say that. But they're cool, like, you know.
Yeah.
And they were free, so I can't really complain.
Blanca. I almost played that. I almost went with Blanca just because Blanca's awesome. But
oh, he's sweet. So we got three Street Fighters in here, huh?
That's right.
That's
The way it should be.
right.
Yeah, it's the battle of the Street Fighters.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what we
Last
said
week,
for
the
them.
sub game that I was in, there was 3 Marneases.
that
Marneus
deck
is
super.
so goofy.
It is, and I missed the trigger that I wasn't paying attention to and lost to it. So
It placed really well this weekend at the Mox tournament. Marneus
Did
did.
it?
Yeah. There was a Dahlsum deck at the tournament this weekend too, who also made top 16.
well,
I
that's
was
weird.
like, hell yeah. But it's like not combo based at all. It was just pure stacks in combat.
I mean, the first week, my deck was pure stacks, but you know that you played it.
I was there. Oh yes, the
Wasn't that
turn
gross,
two.
dude?
The turn 2 was it Mana Tithe or not Mana Tithe?
Yeah,
what was it
Mana
called?
Breach.
Mana Leak.
Every time
Mana
you-
Leak.
Breach.
Yeah.
Every time you
Breach,
play spell. Oh, dude, I tore that all apart in week 2.
God.
Like, I haven't been that way. I had no fun playing my own deck. And when you realize you're not even having fun, it's time to change something. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. But, dude,
Yeah.
it was a slog. And
It was like the longest game of Magic I've ever
we
played.
had a rules. We were arguing over the rule as far as like passing from phase to phase, and
Sounds
so
horrible.
lemons. So when you said you were going straight to combat, you can't do that. You have to pass priority before you move.
Yeah, priority pass.
I did pass priority.
No, because he was
That's
going
not
to
what
blow it
happened.
up, and you said you were
He-
going to combat.
No, that's not what happened. So I didn't do anything in my main phase. I moved to combat, and so he says, okay, in response to you moving to combat, right? So he takes his priority. He casts the spell, and then I just did the combo on top of his cast.
Yeah, you can respond as long as it's
No,
not a
yeah, no,
combat.
I hear what you're saying as far as the combo goes. But oh, that's right. Your walking ballista would have been dead because it only had 2 counters. And if you would've
Right.
stacked
And
it
so
on
I just did it
top-
over top of it, and then so like I didn't. He couldn't do it until I went to leave and move to combat, and he only had 1 spell. So
Right.
like yeah, we did it correctly. It was done right. The reason it mattered, I had a Shalai, so and then I had and then I had Oddbrick, so like so everything would have hexproof once I was in combat. So I didn't do anything in my main phase, and then I just moved to combat, and he only had 1 spell. So then in response to me moving to combat, he did the thing, and then I just did the combo on top of it.
No.
The colors.
Yeah, you got me with that. I was like, I should counter something, but I don't know what to counter, so I just let it resolve. And I was like, well, you live, you learn. Haven't
Yep.
played against that combo before.
It's not. It's a 3-card combo, so I guess that's why it's not used that much. But it's not really utilized that much. It's pretty difficult to get off when there's 3 other people that can respond. It's pretty easy to dismantle the combo too.
Right.
But like I said, I wanted to play it, so I don't care. Last week I got to use the Tivet Time Sieve combo. That was a first.
I don't remember what week it was. I think it was week 2. The dude went off like turn 4 or 5. I was like, well, that was a quick game.
Lemons would have in the game that I subbed. Lemons would have had it pretty early on. Last week.
Yeah, but
right?
you topped up the mana drain. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. The game that I subbed for last week, the Cascade. I don't know what happened with him or what. He must have shot in his Cheerios or something. But the dude was so mad. I'm like he asked. He was like, "Hold on, let me check your deck list." As I played a spell, and I'm like, "What?" Like that. I feel like to me,
Wow.
it's not against the rules.
It's actually so funny. Holy shit.
But I'm just
he says, wait, I gotta check the text.
Yeah,
Let
he's like, let me check your
check the
deck list. And I'm like,
scriptures.
I'd prefer you not to. Like, you don't go to a
Holy
tournament and go,
shit,
let me
that's
look at your
so
deck list to see
funny.
what I can counter. And he was like, well, it's not against the rules. It's public information. I was like, sure, to check to
I
make
mean,
sure.
I told him
your
go right
budget isn't
ahead.
wrong.
I mean, he'd be like, "That's
I
not
thought
on
it
your
was
deck
so
list."
I'm like,
I'd
are
be
you
He's like, wait, I gotta make sure he's got that one.
I was like, are you asking if I'm going to enlighten tutor for a time, Steve? The answer is yes. He's like, okay, I'll counter it. And then I had both a demonic tutor in hand and a muddle the mixture. So I'm like, I'll demonic tutor on my turn because it was at the end of his turn. And he was just like, oh, so it didn't matter anyways. Okay, bye. And then he fucking left. And I'm like, well, yeah, we play tutors in a fucking high commander deck. Of course, everybody plays tutors.
You wanna randomize? Get us a turn order. We can get going.
Yeah.
We can do that. Roll a
Want me
d6.
to roll a d4? I've got a d4.
I'll roll a d6. Well, we will randomize 4 times.
Mine's still the same week 2 deck list. There's really not much else I can really do to this, honestly. It's optimized.
I think
All
Dino
right.
did the same thing. You can't put in better lands or anything?
It's not
Like
much.
fetch
It's just
lands?
2 colors.
I mean,
guess
I
could
just
do
added
effects.
in really expensive counter spells. Let's be honest. Like, my
Right.
deck list is the same it's been since week 2. I just changed some counter spells around.
Yeah, like I
feel
put
like
like a
that'd be such a
Bosichu,
greedy
you know,
people.
or like that's about it, you know. And that was week 2 to pump it up because I kind of liked the way it really was running, anyways.
Depending upon your deck, yeah, the cost over, you know, what you need. If you're at $300, I mean, you can build a really good. I mean, if we could have used any commander, I mean, you could do a Balcom deck for under $200.
Oh,
Didn't
yeah,
never
right.
change a thing.
You
know what I
could
mean?
do like an old Sticky Fingers deck for like $50 that wins on like turn 2.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need all
Yeah.
the money, so the only thing you would be doing is changing the cards out that are the same card with a little bit cheaper mana value for $100 for the card, and you're like, well, I got $300 in budget. Why not?
Sure. Yeah, last week I saw somebody running a Jeweled Lotus. I was like, yeah, well, you know.
Oh yeah, I guess they're gonna throw that.
When in Rome.
Another guy was dockside extortioning it, and I'm like, all right, yeah, sure.
Sure, why not? It's your budget. Do what you want, man.
So we're
I
all
used
set. Whatever.
more of my budget on lands than I normally have in any other week or month, I should say.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that stuff.
I
I
didn't.
had
mine's
fetch lands
280
and dual
bucks.
lands.
I didn't really put anything into lands because I put it all into like counter spells and shit like that. So
I mean, it's
My
three
deck, yeah,
colors.
my deck is still running like 25 basics, so.
I
Pretty
don't know
good.
how many basics is my deck running. Let me look. You want to check my deck list?
Let me check your deck list for you.
Yeah, let's. Can
I'm
we
only
get a? Can we
running
get a?
16 basics, but
can we
all
get
of
a
my
land count?
non-basics are like Mystic Sanctuary, $1, Moorland Haunt, 12 cents, Mistress Factory, 6 cents. Like,
Yeah, I think my most
I'm running
expensive
9
land is
basics.
my most expensive land is Wooded Bastion, which is the green white filter.
yeah, mine is Lotus Field because I bought the 30th countdown kit.
You
And
just
that was
wanted
the
to play
secret
it.
card, and I just
I'm
wanted
playing
it in the
Limdul
deck.
Vault because of that.
I've never played it, not
Oh,
once in my
okay.
life.
Oh, dude, my last week's Limdul's Vault, it was Tevet, triple tutor, and a counterspell, and I was like, yeah, that's the one. It took like 5 of them, but I'm like, yeah, I'll pay 5 life to get those cards.
Right?
That's why the dude
I
was so
mean,
mad.
yeah,
I'm
there
like-
was a
I'm like,
bunch
what?
of them in here from that. Like, I had Sun Titan, and I think Sun Titan's still in here. And I had to cut them
Suntitan's
because they
great.
just didn't really. I needed better counter spells, so they went by mine.
Was your Sun Titan foil in yours or no?
No. My girlfriend's was, though, so she got it in foil. I got it in non-foil.
I
We
got
both
'em-
got
I
the
'em all looking at
Elspeth
that.
Planewalker normal text card in foil.
Yeah, I'm gonna mulligan.
1 land hand, can't do that.
Yeah, it's 0, and now I'm
looking like.
probably gonna keep this 2 land hand.
It was tempting. It had a what's it called, brainstorm.
That is a card.
I was like, I could maybe hit a land, but I don't want to risk it.
You don't want to risk it for the biscuit?
No, the deck, the other cards weren't that great. If they were amazing, like tutors and shit, counter spells, but they were just kind of like lightning greaves, and there was a mana rock, but
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my hand. See what it does.
come on, lands.
Oh, dude, I was playing a deck earlier, mulliganed 4 times in a deck that has an overall mana value of 47 and didn't get any lands in the first
This
3.
this is a hand, I guess. I'll keep.
I was like, this
Yeah,
is
I'm gonna
really
keep
a-
2.
Missing a color, but you know what? No mana rocks at all. Which is kind of insane to me.
I
Half my
think
deck is
we're all
mana rocks and
solid. If you want to start us out,
Alright. Good luck, everybody.
luck.
I need to flip everybody. All right, there we go.
Play a Bountiful Promenade. Tap that for a deafening silence. That's turn.
What does that do?
Each player can't cast more than one non-creature spell each turn.
That's a pretty good turn 1 hand, sir.
That just stays on the field? That's fair.
Okay. Draw. Play a Firelit Thicket and pass. Oh, nice play, man. I just noticed the RVD one, man. Good shit.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Wasn't it?
Everyone says they're like, you got an RVD play, man? I do.
Awesome,
All right,
dude.
play island,
EC
tap
dub,
it.
EC dub.
Play my one non. Was it non-creature spell?
Yeah, non-creature.
Yeah.
Play a Silvermer.
Well, that'll have to do then. I guess I'll have to pass.
All right. Draw. Glacial Fortress tapped and passed.
Play a Fortis.
At least he's also constrained by it.
Tap 2, play a Talisman.
Yeah.
Pass turn.
Hold on, let me check your deck list.
I'll allow it.
Oh, sorry.
It's so funny. I gotta check your deck list. Like, what?
He got so salty on it too, and I'm just like, I just don't understand. I've never heard of anybody. Well, that's not true. I've always suspected people are staring at deck lists while we play, but
Mountain.
No.
Tap.
not everybody, of
The
course.
red and the
But I know
green.
people that do.
We'll do a Goblin and Arcomancer.
There was the one guy that was like,
sir.
"Wait, you're not playing that card," and I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "It's not in your deck list," and I'm like, "Refresh the page." Like, I don't like. I changed my deck list prior to playing, but sure, it's definitely in there. He's like, "Oh, never mind, I missed it." I'm like, "Yeah, you're staring at my deck list, huh?" All right.
Oh shit, you missed it, huh?
Huh.
Alright, I guess I'll Soul Ring into... Or Soul Ring into Signet, Signet, the other 2 land. I'll just play Chun-Li.
Multi kick.
No multi-kick. I know it's weird, but
That's it.
I have a feeling somebody's gonna go off very soon, and I don't want to lose points.
What do you mean? It's turn 2. All right.
You don't set up a stacks piece like that if you don't have some sort of an out for it.
I'll play a Kangaroo.
The out for I went through combat. My out is that I play creatures.
I'll play a Luminarch Ascension as my spell for the turn.
What's that do?
Makes
So it's
angels.
an enchantment, and at the beginning of each opponent's end step, if you didn't lose life this turn, you may put a quest counter on Luminarch Ascension. And then I can pay 1 white, 1 colorless to create a 4/4 angel creature with flying, but I can only activate it if it has 4 or more quest counters on it.
Oof.
It's crazy, though.
Then I will pass through.
Still wonders.
It's one of those cards that got extremely better in Commander than it did in Standard.
Right.
Play a brush land.
Looks like I will have to attack you.
Step 3 for a Manglehorn.
What's that one do again?
When it ETBs, I destroy an artifact. Artifacts enter tapped.
Word?
Target your soul ring.
Word?
Pass turn.
Tap, draw.
I had to figure you were gonna target my Soul Ring.
Yeah, it seems like the only... I have no targets.
No, when he said he could destroy target artifact when it ETBs, I already
I
knew.
mean, I could have targeted your arcane signet, but
True.
that seemed less.
Well,
valuable.
no, it's definitely the soul ring.
I don't care what you target. You said you targeted it. I knew where it was going. That's why I already was moving my hand towards it.
you're like, there's only one. There's only one.
I get a counter on Ascension from when you passed with no damage.
Okay. That red to make 2 green. So I got 2 green and a red. With 1 green and 1 red, I'll play the Enchantress's Presence,
Yeah.
I guess.
Enchantress is what?
Present.
Right.
Whenever you cast an enchantment, draw a card.
Oh, I guess it doesn't
okay.
matter. I didn't have enough to really pull anything else up anyways. Yeah, that's
Nope. No. Don't forget to attack Marnius. Don't give him more
oh
quest
yeah,
counters.
yeah.
Get your first blood,
Well,
get in
look,
there,
what am I
Blanca.
gonna do?
play for yourself.
Yeah, get him, Blanca.
Oh, I was gonna
Was it-
take first
what'd you
blood
do?
if he didn't.
It's just 2 damage. It's not
2?
Blanca this time. But 2 damage.
Alright.
First
Yep.
blood.
Listen, dude, us non-blue players, we gotta stick together, right? We do combat things, all right?
Yeah, right.
That's
It
right.
wouldn't be a combat.
Oh, it is
sometimes.
both Azorius on the other side, huh? Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
All right.
And you pass on turn?
Yeah. Yep. Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man. I'm drawn. Give me something good.
I need lands. I have only 2 lands.
I'm gonna impulse. I'm going to look at the top 4 cards of my library, put one of them in my hand, and the rest in the bottom. In any order. So, it doesn't matter. Not like I'm going to pull them off the bottom of my deck. Well, since there's no first... Wait, we don't want him to have any more quest counters, right?
Correct.
Right.
Well, I mean, you did blow up my soul ring. Jerk your
I was
face.
gonna say, I mean, I've got 2 mana.
Crowd
So.
guard
Don't-
3.
Don't give quest counters.
I'm taking your advice here, alright?
Oh, I'm getting attacked for 3?
Yeah, for 3, but shut up.
Alright. Tune damn.
Well, for me,
He
you're
has
the guy
no
that
I
points.
don't count
Something.
towards the entry to the tournament.
Right, but he doesn't count towards the entry.
I see. See.
Can't really play anything, so that's good. So I'll pass the turn.
Yeah, upkeep draw. Good plan. Have 4. Attempt to cast my commander.
Pickles, you gonna counter it?
Counter.
Alright.
We good?
I'll pass priority to you, Sin.
Am I gonna be attacked this turn?
He has a creature showing, so...
I am aware. I'm asking him before I pass priority. Am I gonna be attacked this turn? I'd hate for that commander not to come out.
Make no deals. I take no prisoners. I won't negotiate with terrorists.
Alright, I'll give an arcane denial. So
Alright.
it counters the spell, and you're gonna draw 2 cards, and I'm gonna draw 1 on Pickle's turn.
I think I'm actually totally fine with that. That's all my commander does anyways.
I need land, so I'm only
Right.
doing it to draw a card.
Cool. Manglehorn coming at you, Kelgar.
How much is that? 2?
2.
All right.
Alright, and then I will pass the turn.
All right.
So on your upkeep, I'll draw 2, he'll draw 1. Yeah?
Yep.
Seems good.
Yeah. the
That's
best
not
counter
bad.
spell ever.
I mean, I would've
the
liked
most
to draw some
non-salty
cards.
counter spell of all time.
It really is the most non-salty counter spell
Right?
of all
I
time.
think it's good for everybody.
I mean, it's not good, but I mean, all my
Right,
commander.
I mean-
That's what I said. All my commander really does is.
Draw
Can I-
counter
Draw
spells.
some cards, so.
As I said, can I really complain?
I mean, my commander just eats everybody's kill spells, so
Yeah, mine does too, though.
like this is the only reason Fierce Guardianship isn't in my deck. I've not played a game yet where it lasted more than a full round.
It's
I'll
looking
attack
like it
with it on my
might.
turn, and they'll kill it. And I'm like, fuck, I cast it to kill it. I'm like, alright. Thanks, guys.
Alright, let's have
Thank-
that. 2 green. Now cast Fertile Ground. Just an enchantment to enchant this land, so you can add an additional mana of any color. But it's an enchantment, so I'll
You'll
draw a
draw,
card
They draw a card. Seems good.
for that.
I always wanted to make an Enchantress deck. I've never done it.
He's a male. It's an enchanter deck, sir. Okay.
Well, I'm just
Or
saying,
sir or
normally you
ma'am.
have like all
I'm
the
just playing.
Enchantresses that make you draw cards.
Haven't played a land this turn. Yay, a little flippy land. Do the Tempered Crown pathway.
I love those. Blue,
Yeah.
red. Oh, well, whatever I'm missing, just flip the card in the sleeve, and there we go.
I had someone get really mad at me last night because I was playing on Spell Table, and I put one of those like MDFCs in my graveyard, and I guess it was on the backside, and they were like, "You need to turn that around," and I was like, "Why?" They're like, "Cause that's the backside, and it can't go into the graveyard like that."
Oh, jeez, man. Yeah.
I
man.
was just like,
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
He is right, but
He is-
People
he's
get
not
salty,
wrong. Yeah.
dude. Like,
Right.
I played and I was playing, so I'm doing the December thing with the Commander Legend, so I was testing out the deck I built on Spell Table
Oh, man.
in a 5 or 6 game, and one of the dudes in there like went off, and he's like, "Dude, I'm really sorry. I didn't think this deck was this strong, but it was basically a steal and triple damage with
Yeah,
Jessica
that's
to
like-
basically one-shot you with your own commander."
Yeah.
Kind of a deck, but I mean, he just ramped real quick. And one of the dudes was like, "Yeah, that's what we get when we ask for a casual game. Always gonna be one asshole." And I was like, "Whoa, dude, he said he'd never played the deck before. Give him a break, man."
I'll pass turn. Just the 2 damage.
Okay, but he was like so pissed, and I was like, it's not like he's playing Thassa's Oracle in a casual game, bro. Like, give him a break.
Hey man, sometimes you know that's just a little bit of scry, just a little bit of scry.
Yeah.
I assume I was the one that got attacked.
Yes. Yep.
Thassa's definitely, yeah, Thassa's definitely is not casual, no matter how you play it. Sorry,
Right.
In my Merfolk tribal with devotion to blue.
still not. Definitely not. I will tap 3, play Sculpting Steel, copying my Arcade Signal. Unless there's something else on the board. Anybody got anything else on the board? Artifact?
I got a talisman,
What's your talisman do?
but technically, don't forget your sculpting steel is gonna enter tab.
White green.
Oh, very true.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess I'll poke Sinborn over there for 3 so he doesn't get any more quest counters.
I didn't
Those
realize
angels,
there's 2 other people in the.
Yes, but you played the card that says don't take damage, and so you know.
the problem is most of us don't have flying defense.
Well, and also like those are also gonna be draws. Once he gets his commander, that becomes card draw. It's
Oh, I know.
it's a problem.
And I will leave 1 arcane signet showing and pass.
I'll play an Oswald Fiddlebender.
That's Walt Copperpot.
He's a 2/2, and I can tap a white and sacrifice an artifact, and I go. It's Birthing Pod for artifacts,
For the 5 artifacts. Yep.
and then I will pass a turn.
I thought about adding that to my deck. I just didn't.
I will untap. I will keep draw.
I play so many mana rocks that at a certain point, if I ever draw them or draw lands, then I have too many, and then I'm like, well, this is one way to get rid of the mana rocks if I have too many.
Very true. I have quite a few mana rocks, but as you've noticed, almost every time I play, everybody blows them up. So
I have 14, and I just haven't drawn them or a land. So
see, I only have 10, but
I have a lot. I should have mulliganed, I guess. Mulligan down to 6, but
Tap 3 for Adeline Resplendent Cathar.
that's a good one.
what's that one do?
Vigilance,
Whenever he
power.
attacks, it's a
Oh,
1/1 dude.
Yeah, so it's a X4 that is vigilance. Its power is equal to the number of creatures I control, so it's currently a 2/4. And then whenever I attack for each opponent, I create a 1/1 white human that's also tapped and attacking.
Token pooper.
Yep.
All right, if that's good, I would like to move to combat.
All right.
Manglehorn going at Marnius, and then a 1/1 soldier going at everybody.
Block the 1/1. I took 2.
Alright.
I
I'll
took
take-
2 before you even attacked.
I'll take one.
Yeah, take the one.
1/1 soul. They are white if it matters. I mean,
So you should have 2 tapped and remaining.
yes. Because one died. In glorious combat.
Yep. He got fiddle bended.
He did. Alright, and then I will ship the turn while I go find another.
Okay. Do the untapping. Draw. Scavenger grounds. My land for turn.
Only had a buried ring in my hand. Huh?
Mhm.
Alright, I'll tap 5 and I'll bring out my commander. Oh, it's actually 4. I forgot everything costs 1 less. That's right.
Everything costs one less. Nice.
Well, it's from his
Or his goblin.
his little friend.
Yeah, it's goblin.
My little buddy. Well, let me just tap those then. Alright, there we go. Leave the green. Leave the green untapped. Okay, 5/5 haste.
Log mana open.
Definitely should have put deafening silence in this deck for week 1.
Yeah, it's a pretty good card.
That's a fucking shithead card.
I think I need to put that in my.
And yeah,
save
I'm the
deck.
one being attacked, and my card's doing absolutely nothing.
I'm keeping the board honest, alright?
I'm gonna move to combat and music for lemon, so I'm gonna attack you with a 5/5 hasty boy. You just got your 2/4 guy or whatever, right? What is he?
Well, it's a 4. It's quite larger now.
What?
The 4.
It's currently a 4/4.
Okay, well, it's a 5/5 then. 5/5 at your 4/4, or at you.
Well, I mean,
No, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Night. We're attacking creatures for creatures.
Yeah. Hey, well, I'm playing green. I could fight him.
A fight. Yeah.
We could fight.
alright. I'll take 5. 5 commander.
I mean, fighting is
Yeah.
always a fun mechanic. So when you play this, fight another thing. It's a 12/12.
I love
What do you got
fighting.
over?
Right. Yeah. It's a monster. It's a fucking brontosaur. Check out.
And
this
Blanca's really good with fighting.
thing. For my second main, I'm gonna tap Timber Crown Pathway, and I'm gonna cast a Wild Growth, enchanting it. So it'll tap for 2.
Mhm.
Next time I need to tap it. I'll draw a card from the Enchantress's presence.
Jesus Christ.
And I'll pass the turn.
You get a counter.
See, there you go.
Halfway there to being able to play a spell. Well, play an ability, I guess.
It's a pretty good one, though.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna need it if I don't draw any lands.
It's true. It's true.
I don't run the most lands, but I shouldn't be this cucked, so we'll see. Hopefully I can only miss one land route.
And I will just pass the turn.
I don't love that.
I do have 5 mana showing.
Why wouldn't you attack Mornius though?
I can block.
He's not gonna block you with Elsewhere.
What artifacts do I have to sack?
I should have blocked.
Alright, draw. That's not a land. This is ridiculous.
Is it an artifact? Mana rock?
It's not. It is an artifact, but not a mana rock. Check my deck list.
Hang on. I'm all over it.
I'm not like no lie. That's so funny to me. I'm still laughing.
I
At
mean,
I'm
if
glad other people
I'm
thought that way.
going to name a card, so there's a card, I think it's in the deck, or I took it out, but I had a card where I had to name a card so you couldn't activate its abilities when you played it. So I
Yeah.
would go and look through people's deck list, but like before the game when you post them, I'd go through everybody's and gonna see, all right, what are they playing? What kind of a deck is this? What am I looking at? But like during the game, unless I needed something of that interaction, like, dude, I already skimmed your deck list week 1, week 2, whatever. I don't really need to look. I know
Yeah.
you're trying to combo off and win, like everybody, but
Or threat
I mean,
assess.
even you have a combo limits, but like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
What am I watching out for?
You're just passing. Is that what you
I
said?
have no mana. Like I
On
can't.
your end
draw
step,
anything.
Oh,
I'm gonna attempt Eldrami's Call.
What the hell's that do?
What does that
The
do?
tutor. It's a tutor. Search your library for a creature.
Oh, Eldra. Yeah, Eldemir's call. Oh, it is Eldrad. It's not Mir. It's me.
Eldamri's Call.
Eldamri? Right.
Yeah, it's
Eldamri.
Eldamri. I'm not going to find a combo piece. I'm just going to find more beaters.
What's the mana value of that?
Yeah, I don't have a combo piece.
It's 2. It's a 2 card. 2.
Do you have a response, Pickles?
No.
He's got a colorless mana open at the moment.
Right,
So it's
yeah.
Yeah. I'll pass priority to you, Zen. Yep, pass.
Alright. I'm going to go for an Elsinore.
That's a good one.
Or it's not a combo piece. It is to a combo piece.
Elsinore is not a combo piece.
Elstar's not combo. It's just bad. Like
It's
that
just bad.
Good bad. It's just bad for us. Good for him.
Yeah, it's not a combo piece, though.
She cost
Is
7,
every-
right?
She does cost 7, which is how much mana?
Oh, you have 7 next?
Yeah, I will on my turn.
It's not awesome.
Okay. Hey, your commander lives. Alright, go to my turn. Tap. I'll keep draw.
I mean, I can upkeep him and prevent him from playing it this turn, but like,
What do you mean?
during your upkeep, I could bounce your signet so you can't have the mana from it, but like, that seems so bad for me. It's fine.
I will attempt to Elsinore.
Pickles?
Yeah, I got nothing.
Alright. I'll mana drain it.
There's the boy. That's
Seems
what we're
good.
talking about. That's a good one to mana drain.
Yeah, it's 7 mana. That's why I asked him how much the. Where are my fucking dice?
I'm
Alright.
under the. I'm in the field of you always counter the thing they go get, not counter the thing that they're trying to get. This don't counter
It
twos.
depends.
He
He didn't
does
have any other
counter.
pieces on the board, so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Elish. Okay, yeah, that's a combo piece. Just wipe the board so you can beat people to
It's
death.
not a combo piece. Don't call it a combo.
It's a combo. beater.
It's definitely not a combo.
Really good
piece.
combo
It's
beater
a
with
nice piece.
Adeline.
Just a
Well,
nice
A
it's part of
combo-
your combo
Yes,
beat.
yes.
It's part of your
A
beat,
combo
so-
would be a combo piece would be if I went to Heliod, Walking Ballista, like something like that.
Fastest Oracle.
Yeah. Okay. I will go to combat. I'm swinging. Let's do Adeline is going at Chun-Li, and then Manglehorn is going at Marnius Calgar, along with I will send the 2 soldiers at Marnius as well, and then everyone's gonna get a new soldier going at them as well.
How big is that shit hitting me?
Adeline, well, it's gonna depend on like what blocks end up being because of the soldiers. I guess I could just do this. We'll just do 5. It's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they're all tapped and attacking. So
Doesn't matter.
Well, I'm gonna block the one soldier coming at me. Just a goblin.
Yeah, that's fair. So one will die.
Yeah, I'll
And then you're gonna block one of the soldiers, Chun-Li?
yeah.
Yep.
And then you'll block a soldier?
Yeah, so I'll be taking 4.
Yeah. And then Adeline's this 1, 2. So Adeline, yeah, there's still only 4 creatures, so you'll take 4, Chun. Then I'll pass the turn.
Alright, untap. Forest. So it's still a 4/4 over there, Lemons?
It is still a 4/4. But listen, I don't think
I listened to you the first
You
game,
won't attack.
and you won. So I'm gonna attack you with a 5/5.
Listen. Okay, so here. I mean, before, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm not removing your stuff, but like, if you keep attacking me, I'm gonna have to start removing your stuff, because you're gonna kill me with commander damage.
True.
It's true. Well, you could block.
I
Very
could, but then I can't beat them down, and I'm worried about them comboing.
Well, that's true.
true. I ain't
It's
gonna
like the
combo
only way we
screen
lose is if they combo us.
Yeah.
I will take my 5.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do 5. I won't do it next time.
And also, you could still be swinging your other guy at Marnius. He's not going to block with that.
Yeah,
will
but
100%
you're gonna
block.
come at me with that soldier every turn, so I don't want that either.
It's 1 damage. I'm not coming at you. It just kind
And
of
we
happens.
just don't want
It
you
just
to ramp.
happens.
And then,
It's just
and then beat
incidental.
them up. You have green, dude. You're gonna beef it up.
there.
I tried to beef it up, and it got me.
Um,
True.
man.
I did stop that, so now I have 7 mana this turn.
Listen, I'm just over here trying to play honest magic
I
the
think
way
the mana leak is
Andrew
going
Garfield,
to
you know,
drop.
just
I'm
the way
gonna play
Garfield
a rampant
intended.
growth, and then I will pass the turn. Just gonna go find
Alright.
another forest.
I'll get a counter on the Luminarch.
It is online. He gets angels now.
It is online. I can do something with my mana now.
Alright, so I have 7 colorless. It's really fucking gay. Do that. Don't really want to do that. Wouldn't help me either. But it will every turn from this turn. I can just eat his soldiers. Flex Reservoir with 4 of my 7 colorless floating.
It's a good one.
Well, I can only cast 1 spell a turn, so. I mean, you
Oh,
can load
yeah,
up
yeah.
if you
That's
want.
not as good, actually.
I'm gonna gain 1 life a turn to counteract him dealing me 1 damage with that stupid ass soldier every turn.
Also, for what it's worth, Aetherflux is also tapped.
Oh, yeah, well,
Just in case you're gonna animate it into like a creature, like
Tap that
You
bitch.
never know,
No,
right?
I'm
Or
not
use
gonna
it for
do
mana,
that.
you know,
That's-
tap it for
that's
mana
such-
somehow.
That's also another good point. That 7 colors isn't as good with only 1 spell a turn.
Yeah, you can't
You gotta
No,
get the- you
I
gotta get the
mean,
thing out of it.
improvise with it.
I
So-
wanted 4 or better so I could play this for free and
Yeah.
then keep my mana untapped.
Sure.
seems good.
It's just- this hand sucks.
Yep, I'm with you.
Oh yeah, I didn't get much either, man. Just
My only chance is this fucking Luminarch Ascension. I'll make an angel at the end of your turn. Come on, land. Hot! Hey, boom! Vault the Whispers. Let's go. So these angels have vigilance, but they don't actually have vigilance, just so you guys are aware.
They're just 4/4 flyers.
Yeah, they're just 4/4 flyers. I don't know where my other angel tokens are.
Seems good.
I can fix it later if need be.
I know there's all kinds of good 3/3 tokens now too. What's a 3/3 angel? Get out of here.
Listen, there are some good 3/3 angels.
Well, not just a vanilla fucking token. Token white angel.
Sure. I'll tap this for black. I will cast Dark Ritual. This is good.
It's gonna let him get his commander.
Then I'll tap 1 colorless with those 3 black. And I'll play a Grim Hireling.
Ooh, or that. I guess that works too.
So Grim Hireling, whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you create 2 treasure tokens, and then I can pay a black, sack X treasure tokens, target creature gets -X till end of turn, as a sorcery speed only.
Seems good.
Seems good.
And then I'll go to combat, and I'll do 4 at lemons. 4 flying.
You will take 4.
And I get 2 treasures. And then I'll pass the turn now.
Drop. Yeah.
Pickles. Pickles left the chat.
Oh, sorry.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm back. Hello.
He's trying to cast his commander. We're just seeing if you have any response before we go around the table.
Oh, sorry. No. I got
Alright.
playing Gruul over here.
I don't have a response.
I also have no response.
Yay! We did it! Cast my commander!
Hey, I might be able to next turn. This would be great news.
I won't lose those points. Alright.
I know. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm like, I got to get this guy out.
Like, goddamn. Okay.
Well, you cast him already.
Yeah, you still cast him. It just didn't resolve. It's still fine.
Yeah, it still counts.
No, you're good.
Alright.
That'd be fun. You have to resolve the commander. Like, well,
Oh, that'd be horrible.
I figured last week with all the extra additions we could have made to this deck that I had to get mine out quick and early without getting a fucking card under it, dude. I ain't even lying. I was like, nope, I ain't even taking the chance. Has she done anything? Not at all.
I guess I'll
Go to
continue to
combat.
put counters on this just in case it matters. I don't think it does.
Okay. Manglehorn and 2 soldiers are going at Calgar. Adeline and 1 soldier are going at Chun-Li, and 2 soldiers are going at Blanca.
Well, I block and kill the one. I'll take one.
I will make an angel. I will block the Manglehorn. You said 2 soldiers and the Manglehorn?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll block the other 2 soldiers.
And then you've got
Criminal.
Adeline and a soldier coming at you, Chun-Li.
Oh, kill the soldier.
Seems good.
What do I take?
So you'll take just the Adeline. So one of the soldiers got through on Blanca, and then I got. So I have 1 soldier left.
Well, damage is all dealt at the same time, so her power is her max power when she hits.
So there was 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8.
Yeah. So you'll take 8, and then she'll shrink back down to looks like 4 or 5.
Nah, it's just a 3 because there's only 1 soldier left.
Okay, yeah.
And then I will draw 2 cards
Yeah.
because 2 of you took damage. Yeah, so she's a 3/4 now. Cool. And what else? Second main. And it's apt to. And I would like to Winds of Abandon the Grim.
What?
Exile target creature you don't control.
Is it wings or wins?
Winds of Abandon.
Yeah.
What are you exiling?
Grim Hireling. The thing that makes treasures on the angels that we can't block anymore.
Exile target creature you don't control. Each creature exiled this way, I get a basic land. Oh, I do need basic lands.
You do get a land.
Into the battlefield tapped.
I do need lands, but I also like treasures.
And card draw.
Well, Marneus he's 5 mana. I only got 4.
That's not true at all. You have treasures. You already have treasures. You have 6 mana.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need more.
And
Could get-
you have angels that none of us can block, so you're going to be making 6 treasures every turn, which is 6 card draw and 6 mana.
I was doing the math.
Or it's
I
3
like-
card draw.
This is pretty good. I'm digging it.
That's so. Does Winds of Abandon resolve? You have priority.
Yeah, I have no response.
Okay, so it will die. You can go get your basic, and then I will pass the turn.
You saved me. I was drawing a 6-drop next turn.
That's fine. And listen, you need the land anyway, so it's fine. It's fine.
White, black, blue.
Yeah.
I need another
It's
blue
kind of
source.
like
I need
it's like
mana.
Group Hug a little bit.
It's like
Except
more
when you
expensive
overload
swords.
it. Yeah, except when you overload it.
So
And
you
then
can
you
little
pay
different.
7,
Yeah.
and then you fucking
It's only
exile
6.
everything.
It's actually only 6. But everyone gets a bunch of basics. So as long as people are playing like actually down to earth decks or they have basics to go fine.
I'll say I only have 6 basics in my deck.
What does he say? Yeah, but if I exile like all of the angels, then he goes and tutors like all of the basics, which is not necessarily a good.
I was like,
I mean,
don't-
you could let me go tutor the other, I don't know, 13 out of my deck. I'd have been alright with that. Except, I mean, that would literally be more than all of the creatures I have in this entire deck. So there's that.
There's that.
All right. I'm going to. One. I'll cast Crown of Flames enchantment, targeting Blanca. To make him
yeah,
poppable.
fire breathing.
Yeah.
I'll take 2.
Yeah,
And
we'll
then,
take-
yeah, that would hit him, and everyone would take 2 damage from Blanca's Electric Thunder ability.
Electric thunder.
That's what it's called. Electric Thunder, and he's got the rolling attack.
Right.
All right. And he'll get +2/+2 as well until end of turn.
Alright.
And that's an enchantment. So I get to draw a card. Alright, I'm gonna go to combat. What, I said I wouldn't attack you, Lemons? Isn't that what I said?
It is.
You did say you weren't gonna attack him next turn.
Yeah,
It
okay.
is what she said. Listen. We're just trying to get by in a cruel, cruel world
Okay.
where blue is
Oppressive.
so
Merrick,
oppressive.
I guess I'll come your way. I don't know. We haven't started beefing. Chun-Li. Let's see what's up, man.
Yeah, the Street Fighters, hello?
Here's Black Liquid Commander. Yeah, you got a ton of mana. You can cast it again.
That's true.
Well, it's what he wants to do
there's
anyways.
There's no trample, because...
He wants to cast it again.
It multi-kicks and does something. What is it?
As we said, he wants to
Well,
cast it again.
Put any instance out of my graveyard so I can now impulse every time.
Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to kick mana drain.
That doesn't work because you have to, it goes on the stack when she attacks. So
What else do you have in there? Anything that she can even work with?
Well,
Impulse.
couldn't you mana? No, but I mean,
Impulse.
you could cast like, cause couldn't you
I could
cast
mana
cast the other
drain
things and mana drain
whatever-
your own
yeah,
things? Yeah.
Whatever gets put on the stack, and your spell can't stop it.
It's ramp.
Well, your spell can't stop it because I'm not casting,
Right.
because they go on the stack at the same time, so your ability would trigger, but it'll trigger that I can't cast anything other than what's under her.
Hmm.
Because it's an attack trigger and not a cast trigger. It's
Well,
a
but
way
you-
to break
How
around
much
that.
you may cast the
Yeah,
copy?
but you still have to cast the copy, so you can't. You still can't.
Yeah.
Okay. And
That card's a
then...
monster for 1 white.
That is crazy.
It's just silent.
We got the green guy over here, and he hasn't blown it up yet.
Yeah, where's the...
'Cause it's good. That's because it's helping him. That's what I mean. This is table
Where's the
fair.
Nature's grass.
No, he's an
Keep
enchantment
trying.
deck, dude. He needs that gone too.
No. He's Voltron. He's one with the creature. The creature is one with him.
Alright, I like that mango horn so much.
Yeah, there he
I got one
is.
on my own. I gotta blow up that Aether Flux
Oh, that's a
Reservoir,
good
I
one.
think.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can't do anything right now because of the thing, but if the thing disappears, things can happen.
Always
I've been
waiting.
killed by that card too many fucking times.
See, that's what I'm talking about. See, our decks are so
I will
similar. We're on the same
actually-
page here.
Brickbind, Manglehorn, that won't happen.
What
We
do you do?
countered it or something.
Counter
Maybe.
target activated or triggered ability. If the permanent's ability is countered this way, activated
Well,
abilities
it's
that
an-
permanent
it's an
can be played.
ET.
It's not an activation.
Stifling it.
ETB is an activated trigger. You can stop an ETB trigger with Brickbind.
Well, there it is then.
And I'll gain 1 life. Yay!
There you go.
There you go. I believe that's gonna
Well,
conclude
it's
my
split
turn.
second.
Yeah, it's split second. It's pretty nasty.
Didn't they print a new one like that in Brothers War? Like a new, like, kind of stifle one?
I don't know. I have a bunch of it, but I haven't really played with much of it. So, that ends your turn.
Yeah.
No, I think I got one floating still because this one was sitting there tapped back here, like it was its own thing. It's an enchantment.
Oh, careful.
Whoopsie.
Pitch it right off the table and say it doesn't exist. That's fine with me, too.
Right. I use one more.
The Manglehorn's only artifacts?
It's only
Yeah.
it's only artifacts.
Oh,
Otherwise, between you and me, don't tell Lemons, I would have totally blown that thing up. But
Well, what do you care if your enchantments enter tapped? Like, oh,
well, you notice the cost of this enchantment? It's 1.
Yeah.
And then usually, it's a little bit of like kind of a stormy enchantment kind of.
Yeah, he likes to
build.
Oh,
be able to
yeah.
play the
Yeah, I mean,
enchantment,
that's how
contact
Blanca
the
works,
enchantment,
Yeah, right. It's
contact
a
the
little
enchantment.
stormy, but I mean, I haven't
pretty
actually
good.
been drawing any good cards for it anyways. So, but okay, so I'm just gonna do the scavenger rounds and get rid of all graveyards.
All great.
You're going to exile my graveyard?
Get it out of here.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Well, you know.
And now I'm done.
That's the way it goes.
I'm gonna untap my Aether Flux Reservoir.
Got him.
Right.
I'm glad you remembered. Would have been
Maybe
really
you should
tragic
get
to
the
get to your main phase and then you go to combat and it's tapped still.
What are you gonna do with it?
Man, back in the day, we used to be like, oh, mana burn, you forgot to untap your lands. We used to be so stupid. We didn't know what the
Man,
Oh,
under
no
it.
shit, right?
Yeah, that's old timey.
Well, no, mana burn didn't even exist when I started playing, but yeah, we just didn't know. We didn't know the rules, so we just would like yell at each other.
When
like,
did they get rid of mana burn? Like,
I don't know.
Fucking.
I don't even know if that made it out of the 90s.
Late 90s,
Okay, I played in
maybe.
Mirrodin and whatever the sword is, Betrayers.
I think it was like 2001, I believe, is when or 2002 is when the rule changed. It was after Invasion.
Yeah, I started playing in 2012.
Yeah, that would make sense after that old Invasion block. That would be the
I mean, I've been playing on and off since the game came out in the 90s. So
Yeah, me too. I'm an old.
we used to. He's not wrong. You'd be like, oh, I tapped 4 of them, and you'd be like, power sink, tap all your mana down, and drain your mana pool.
Oh.
Yeah, and then you drain
Did I
their
say
mana pool.
pass? I'm
whenever-
sorry. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I already played my land, and
Oh, okay.
this
My
whole
turn?
one
I noticed
spell.
I didn't change it yet.
This one
I know,
spell-
but now he can't multi-kick Chun Li.
Wait, hold on,
It's
whose turn is it? Is it
unfortunate. It's
Right,
still
which is
burnt.
what I was going to do.
I know, yeah, he really got you there, huh?
He did by exiling that graveyard slow me down to a sluggish speed. So I'll just keep all my mana untapped and let you guys have fun.
Oh god. Counter everything.
I mean, I do have 4 cards in hand. I'll lay them out here so you can see them. There's
Nice
things.
and pretty.
All right, draw for turn. I don't understand. Where's my lands? um, I guess I'll play my commander. If that's fine.
You're asking permission.
Lemons.
I
Well,
am.
I pass. Yeah, I pass. I pass Protean.
Pickles.
Yeah, I'll choose to not counter.
I'll make sure to not lose a point, so that'll be good.
You're good.
Alright. Yep,
Alright.
it's good.
And then gonna kind of chill, I think. Yeah, I'll pass the turn after that.
Alright.
I'd love to. Well, I could try to hit a land drop. Nah.
Oh,
What are the odds of drawing on a land? Or a land? You know, fuck it. Whatever.
Draw. Land. Okay, Pickles, here's the thing. I don't want to attack you with Adolin, right?
Yeah,
But I do want to draw a card.
here it is.
So like
Is that any creature?
I send it's any I just have to hit you, right? So if you let my 1/1 soldier go through, I won't send anything else at you.
Well, you're still gonna draw cards off of.
This is the
Barrack,
guy
though,
that said
right?
he doesn't make deals with terrorists.
Right.
That's right. This isn't terrorism.
Yeah, no, it looks like you would make one off Barrack, so you're still gonna get to draw a card.
Well, I'm gonna listen, I'm gonna try to draw off every. So if you don't want to make a deal, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But this, I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, no, I'd rather just kind of watch and see what happens.
Just wait and see what happens. Okay, that's fair.
I'm a
Seems good.
warrior. I like to watch.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going in the corner and watch right now.
I would like to move to combat.
I have no response.
You're good.
All right. Dalzum is going at Marnius. And then I've got Adolin and 2 soldiers going at Blanca. And then one soldier's going at Chun-Li, and one soldier also is going.
I'll take my
That's
one.
good.
I thought
You
so.
can't block. Yeah,
Pickles
you
is
can't block
first.
that.
Yeah, I know I
Yeah.
can't. I'll take my
Well,
one.
no, I'm saying he can't block all of them. But Pickles, what are you doing?
What is he, a 1-4?
He's a 1-3.
1-3, okay.
So how big's Adeline?
Adeline is a 6-4, and you also have two 1-1s coming at you.
Ooh, you could double block that hoe.
You could.
So I'm thinking about.
Get that hoe with a body bag.
You could.
I love Adeline. When I drafted her and I built this like sick black-white deck with Thales, and I'm like, oh my god, this deck is amazing.
I drafted on Friday. Ended up making a black-green deck.
I don't listen. You could though. I'm worried that about the Manghorn though. There's some Isochron Scepter stuff that could go on.
I can only play one thing and it comes in tapped.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna double
really.
block.
you have warning.
He's gonna double block. All right, so you'll take the 2, and then you guys both take one. So I'll
take
draw
one,
3.
grab the soldier. I'll block the soldier with the angel.
Yeah.
I'll take
So
that.
Two.
I'll have
You'll
3
still get
soldiers left.
Still get your trigger. though,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
This time.
I'll have 1 dualism damage on me.
Yep, and I will draw 3 cards.
That is
Yep.
good. Drawing cards is good.
What they tell me. I will tap for 3. Eternal Witness.
That's a good one.
Adeline is the only thing in my graveyard.
Yeah.
Shit, where's my scavenger grounds now?
Oh no. Is that good?
Is it good, guys?
Turn a witness? Yeah, I got a response.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Adeline back to hand.
Recast.
Attempt to
that.
cast Adeline.
Yeah, it's all
Oh, hold
good.
on.
Yep.
Oh, it's good. Oh,
Nothing
maybe.
I can do.
All right, I'm good.
I'm good.
All right, she's back. We
Back.
back. Crazy. We back. We back.
Rave, real.
We
she had
back.
a
We
real,
back.
real
She
quick
took a
trip.
little detour.
Just sleeping, just a little nap.
All right, cool. And then I will shift the turn.
Yeah, draw. Forest. I'm gonna tap these 2 for 2 red. I'll use one of the red to return Crown of Flames to its owner's hand. And then I'll use the other red to cast it again, targeting Blanca.
Man, you
Yeah.
really are drawing dead, aren't you?
Yeah, dude, I'm not
That's
kidding
your
you.
play. I take 2.
I get to draw a card. Everybody takes 2.
I took my 2.
Yep.
Draw a card.
So I'm getting real low over here.
Alright. Then I'm gonna beast within that fucking thing, dude.
You already played a.
You can.
Oh, I
You
can't.
can't.
You gotta wait until Barrick's turn.
Okay, I will. Don't worry, Barrett.
Untap your
Doing
mana.
that.
Tap your lane.
Well, hang
Untap your
on.
mana.
Oh yeah, good call. Son of a bitch.
But you should probably wait to do that until you're end step. Don't free them from the stacks if you're not doing anything anyway.
Well,
Okay,
I
probably
was
play
gonna
more
if I
of
could have.
them.
That's all.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But you can't. So that's what I'm saying. So don't just
No, I know. I get it. I get it.
blow it up on my end step.
Don't just give them all the Cheerios.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, don't let him off the
Are
hook
you
that
going to
easy.
combat or are you leaving everything untapped?
I'm gonna go to combat.
Right now he's juiced up a little bit.
He's juiced one time,
It's
He's
7/7.
Tramps? Yeah.
but he
tramps.
does have fire breathing, so
Oh no, it doesn't get tramps.
No,
Oh,
you
got
got. I gotta.
you have to cast 3 spells.
I gotta cast 3 spells in a
Oh.
turn. Oh.
You
wait.
can't do that. That's illegal.
He wasn't ready.
Ugh. Are all those soldiers tapped over there or not?
Yes, the soldiers are tapped, sorry.
Alright.
But I do have an
Is it-
E-Wit. An E-Wit, my commander, Adolene.
Well, I think it's. Yeah, you got all those
Yeah,
angels
don't
over
attack
there.
me. There's no point.
I'm just asking what you have.
Yeah, get in there, man. Get in.
Alright. I think it's just you again, Barrick.
7.
7, yeah.
Alright.
I like to just remain wide open all the times.
Yeah, I probably
Go
would've just
ahead,
attacked.
man. I mean, that's what
Alright,
that's what the deck does. Like, shit.
On your instep, I'm gonna cast.
Is he at
Boost
4?
of
Are you?
Zenith.
As I say, is he at 14 commander now, though?
No,
No,
I
I
only got him
blocked
for
last
5. Yeah, you blocked
Oh,
one.
5 the first
Boost
time?
on Zenith for 3.
Blue Sun, yeah.
Yeah, he should have 12, right? Didn't I get you once with the commander? No,
Maybe
maybe.
5 and 7.
He blocked with Chun-Li, so yeah.
I block with Chun-Li.
Yeah, I didn't have
Oh,
7.
that makes sense, yeah.
Dude, when you tapped 7 mana there, I had a sinking feeling it was a fucking Cyclonic Rift. I was like, oh no.
I really wish it was a
Yeah.
A Cyclonic Rift would have been super neat, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'd be
I'm
a
good
really
with
good
it,
card.
for sure.
Yeah.
I've got like 2 cards on the board, man.
I know you guys are like, but I would have been fine with it too, to be honest.
Yeah.
You would have been fine with it?
I'm vibing, man. Like, I'm just playing creatures.
You're just over there like, fuck this kid. I'm
Listen, I'm just playing honest, fair magic over here.
I mean,
I'm going to combat every turn, like, just, you know.
No, I mean, we are kind of having a little more of a chill game than I thought it was.
This is like the most chill game I have played. This is like the final pod defensive
oh,
decks.
dude, I can't disagree with you in the slightest that this is probably the chillest game I have.
I forgot somebody probably should be streaming the fucking. I guess nobody cares. It's pretty late, but whatever.
Yeah, on a Sunday night.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, too.
It is the finals, so it probably somebody cares. Maybe, probably not.
Like,
I don't really think they do.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know. Nobody's here. So.
I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, they could have jumped at our chat at any point, that's all.
Alright, so then I will untap. I gained my life already. I got my massive amounts of manas that I can't really do anything with. I will draw a card. That's super neat. So if I wasted my 1 spell on a turn on one of Lemon's creatures, which one would you want me to screw up?
well, my commander is hexproof, so it's not that one. So it
Adeline-
has to be Adolene.
Adeline-
Adolene is literally the only legal type.
There's ones, but I don't think that's gonna be it.
Yeah.
I'll play land for turn. I'll sack Obscura. Gain another life. Look for a plains or an island. Doesn't really matter, so whatever I can.
Oh, is that the
turn.
terramorphic that comes in tapped?
Yeah.
No, it just comes
the
in and
companion.
stacks.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I like
just-
this one.
It dies as soon as it lives.
Yeah, it's the better terramorphic. I hate when people like hold terramorphic until the end of turn. I'm like, just fucking crack it, please.
Wait, look, someone does care.
Maybe.
J-Rock.
Alright.
Oh, like,
So-
someone done stuff. Like, just crack. I crack it to the end of my turn, you know, like.
So, well, so you say Adeline's the target, huh?
It's the only. I mean, if you're gonna try to attempt to go after my stuff, it's the
Yeah, she's
only
the
thing
only
you
one
could.
that's really like impactful.
Yeah, unless you have a way to get around dolls and hexproof.
No, but I'm gonna Dark Steel Mutation her.
Oh, okay. She's become a really good blocker.
That's the case.
Do I care about that?
I pass priority.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I mean, if it was enchant permanent, I'd have gotten rid of that silence.
Turn into a 0-1 insect.
Turn it into a bug. We can.
I can't believe Mana Drain's down to $33. It's so cheap compared to what
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, dude. No
Yeah, I think that I'm okay with her getting Darksteel. I think that's fine. I'll pass
Okay.
priority on it too. I'm just gonna flip her upside down. She's a bug.
He is a bug. Alright. So then I will tap. Gulping Steel and an island.
Playing a creature, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And play Lavinia Azorius Renegade.
That card sounds familiar.
Each opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost greater than the number of lands that player controls.
Oh, real good on turn fucking whatever it is.
Yeah, right. It's just a creature, guys.
Right on
It
time.
literally is just a creature.
And it auto counters anything
uh,
that has no cost.
yeah,
Yeah.
any spells you guys cast that have no mana value, it auto.
Yeah. It just
Yeah,
goes
I don't think
bonkers
that.
with
I don't
it.
think I have anything free in my decks.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm
got
sure there's, you
one.
probably got a knowledge pool in there somewhere, some shit like that.
So that will be.
Isn't that the one
I
where
have 2 mana untapped.
Knowledge Pool is the one that goes crazy with Draenei.
Yeah, knowledge pool's fucking ridiculous. And that is
Right.
that. What can
Alright.
I have? Oh,
oh, foil. That's just mana drains $80 though.
Alright, draw for turn.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my god, a land. I have 2 opponents? Morphic pool.
Well, you could have given everyone a chance to concede.
Just a strange question. Does anybody want to concede right now?
I've done that. Yeah. Does anybody want to concede real quick? Okay, now that we've established, I still have 3 opponents.
Sure.
Play my more.
I mean, I've definitely done that. Or like, what was it? I went to play something and you get a creature for every opponent, and he was at 1 life. He's like, I just concede. You don't get my token. I was like,
Aw, salty.
wow. All right, yeah.
I
wouldn't-
used to be a saltier player when I was younger. I would do stuff like
Oh,
that.
dude, I was super bad when I was younger.
What do I want to do? The one spell a turn so
Fair.
it's
It's
just bad.
egregious, dude. It is super bad.
It's just what if I wanted to play a Soul Ring? Like, come on.
That's what got me. I would have went. I had Signet and Ring in my hand, but he played
You
it in
did.
turn
Well,
1.
fucking turn 1, first to go.
That's what I mean. These guys are complaining that they're not allowed to play degenerate.
No,
I mean,
Yeah, that's
no, it was-
right. That's right. You
it
can't
was
do
solid.
that.
It's slowing me down from getting the Signet out for 1 turn.
All right,
which was
you will
fine.
tap 1 planes. What is happening? Are you doing the Oswald thing?
Oswald or treasure. And then I'm gonna go search for an artifact of 1 or 1.
Soul Ring.
me check your list real quick.
Yeah.
Let
Who
me
needs
check
to
the
play
list. Let me
with
check
me?
Let me check the list. What do you have? Legal targets?
Let me go check.
Let me.
Yeah.
let me
You
check
didn't have the
this.
Ozolith in there, or whatever it is.
Oh god.
Hey, Soul Ring's not in your list.
Yeah.
Refresh the page.
Yeah, refresh the page, my guy.
No, wait.
This one's sold by signed by. Actually, don't remember who. Hold on. Gavin Dugan, or Duggan? I think it's Duggan.
John Cena.
Duggan.
I talked to
Yeah.
the guy on a podcast. I think I would probably know, but I keep calling him
Oh, it
Dugan.
just jumps that right
Dugan
to the
sounds cooler to
battlefield.
me.
Yeah, well, no, Duggan, dude. Like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's like
Yeah.
a classic wrestler, dude.
It's Duggan. What'd you ask? The battlefield? Love is a battlefield.
I forgot Fiddlebender put that shit right on the battlefield.
It's a birthing pot for artifacts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. I
Yep.
should have put that.
It's
in.
a competitive. There's some.
It's a
CEDH
sorcery,
list.
so it's not like it's too crazy. But
No, but like that's a competitive
It's
card.
so
Like deck,
good, yeah.
Oswald is a competitive deck. Like it's a CEDH. You can build that. It's a good deck.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, you just make a pod, so you start killing them with it.
All right, so then the spell that
legendary?
I'm going to
It's
cast.
like right up there with Helia. Best one.
Oh, he is legendary, huh? No shit.
Yeah, he's Oswald, man.
Yeah,
It's a
he's
good
pretty
card. It's a
gnarly
good
guy.
fucking card. Yeah.
What
It's fine. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
My spell. Yep, those three. I will play Rings of the Bright Hearth.
Ooh.
Anytime I activate an ability, I can. If it's not a mana ability, I can pay 2 and copy it.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right, and then I guess we'll go to combat. We'll do 8 at lemons. 8 flying. Oh,
In
he's
response.
He's got a response.
I'm gonna Teferi's protection.
Ooh, okay.
The aura is also gonna fall off.
Oh my God, I'm unleashed. What do I do?
No, because it phases out. It doesn't flicker out. This doesn't go away.
But I don't control it, so it doesn't. All permanents you control phase out. It phases out, but I don't control that, so it doesn't phase out.
Interesting. I wonder. That's an interesting. That's yeah. I'd look that up while I take my turn.
I am. So I'm.
All
Alright.
permanents you control phase out. I don't control aura mutation. It doesn't phase out.
Yeah, that's. I think that, but the way phasing works, I think it states something about things that are attached to you, your creatures don't fall off. But the ruling.
Yeah,
is,
it
But I'm-
doesn't. That's the.
you have to check the word phase, the specific keyword phasing. I'm done after that. So I guess we'll find out here.
I don't control the auras. It doesn't phase.
Trying to find this specific rule.
When permanents phase, it does not change zones or leave the battlefield, so no enter the battlefield or leave the battlefield triggers will affect any auras, equipment, and/or fortifications attached to that permanent phase out with it. This is called phasing out indirectly. A permanent that phases in are treated by the game rules as the same object as phased out. As a result, unlike permanents that is flickered, it retains any counters that were on it. If a creature it has summoning status, blah blah blah.
Yeah, because counters you don't control either.
Auras, equipment, or fortifications that attach to that permanent phase in indirectly when the permanent itself is phased in. Tokens continue to exist while phased out and phased back in as normal.
Yeah,
So it doesn't matter who owns anything; it still
Stays
actually
on it.
stays on there.
Well, I would have done it then earlier.
Oh, you would have just taken 8?
Well, no, I would have phased out when he cast it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but it is what it is.
Yep, it's one of those rulings that kind of bites you in the ass when you.
It's
Yeah.
a weird.
That's
it's a
magic.
weird ruling. The phasing. Oh, dude, taking the rules test and the way they word things. Oh my God, beat your head against the wall. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, we
Like
wanna
they
try.
say the same right answer 3 different ways, and you have to decipher which one's the
Which is the
actual
rightest
way the interaction would be. And then I found a question on their test that I clicked the answer on it 4 different times of 4 different answers, which were the only 4 given, and they were all wrong. I was like, oh, well, that was neat.
Did you
Guess
try to
you
take
just-
the judge test, or are you just trying preparing for it?
I took all of it, so I'm a rules advisor, and
Oh,
I'm
okay.
working with a level 2 right now to get my cert to become a level 1.
Oh, that's awesome. For a little while, I was thinking about trying, but I'm like, I got a lot of shit I gotta do. I'm learning
Alright.
JavaScript coding right now.
I would like to move to combat.
Oh yeah.
We already passed turn and everything, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, he passed. That's why we tried to do the whole thing and we went to the rules. Okay. Dalzum at Marnius. And then I will send the Eternal Witness is going at Blanca, and then 3 soldiers are going at Chun-Li.
Okay. I'll block 1 soldier and take 2.
Seems good.
Cannot block.
What's the witness? 2?
I'll take
Yeah.
1 and a Dallism damage.
I will draw 3.
Have you ever killed anybody with Dallism?
Absolutely not.
I didn't think so.
It's just like Selesnya Timna. You don't
It's
kill
an easy
anything with
draw.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drawn 4 turns, pretty solid.
Yeah, it's a very solid card draw. Or and Linvala, Keeper of Silence.
Is that another taxer?
No, activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated.
Oh.
Another stacks piece for sure. Never seen anybody actually play that.
Linvala? What do you mean? This is super
Okay,
popular.
Linvalas. I've heard of Linvala.
This is like a $20 card. Yeah, this is a
Yeah,
very
No,
popular.
I have one. I've just never in like the groups that I play. None of us ever play it. But then again, most of us don't play stacks. So
Yeah.
Somebody's got.
I've got a buddy that plays Linvala in one of his decks, but he hasn't played that many stacks. It's just a good card.
it's a very good card because it shuts down.
Is
all,
that
like,
good?
the
Does that?
TPs.
Does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool.
I don't know if anybody else knows.
No, I'm not gonna interact with it.
I guess I'm the only one with an activated ability commander, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, Chun Li's is activated on a
Tap 2 for a Hushbringer.
Isn't that triggered?
Yes. Creatures entering the battlefield or dying don't cause abilities to trigger.
Cool.
Weird. He's starting to build out a little bit.
Oh yeah, he stacks in the field. I'm okay with this so far. So far,
I think Pickles is gonna have something to do this turn because he can play more than one spell.
well,
And then I'm gonna play an Arcane Signet. One non-creature. And then I will tap do for a Priest of Titania.
oh.
And then I will ship the turn.
You have a lot of elves.
I have all of the Mana Dork elves, as well as a couple of
E-Witness
Perfect.
is an elf.
Yeah, and you get some ancillary, elves sometimes too, because it's each
Yeah.
elf on the battlefield.
Yeah, it's other elves.
I mean, at the very worst, you're paying 2 for 1, which you're doing anyways.
Right,
same
exactly.
mana.
Yep.
No, I was just wondering because you have that in there.
We are
It's a
going to
good
do
card.
that Beast Within now, though.
On my end step,
Yeah.
seems good. 3/3 Beast. God protect us.
Game's got to end at some point, right?
He only has.
Let's take the chains off of everybody. It's not going to be.
Well,
just
that's,
me.
well, I was like, I knew you were gonna do that, which is why I'm like, okay,
That was a good
stacks
call.
piece,
Yeah.
stacks
Yeah, I
piece.
see you. Yeah, I see you.
and maybe we'll be okay. Yeah, all right. So you're up.
Okay, a tap, draw. Okay. So really, yeah, I am in a bad way. Should be in a much better spot. So tap 1 for this fire lit thicket for 2 red. I'm gonna do the Crown of Flames thing again. Return it to my hand and then bring it back and attach it to Blanca.
He's doing the thing,
So I can draw a card.
and we all take 2.
Hmm. That ability where you deal 2 damage is kind of rough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty
well,
cool. It should be a lot cooler.
It could have been a lot cooler. You probably would have won.
I'm gonna tap the 2 red. I'm gonna do the same thing. Return to my hand. Come back, do 2 damage. Everybody again. I'll draw a card.
Take 2.
Another 2.
So I'm gonna land for turn, and I will tap 2 red and do the same thing again. Another 2 to everybody.
Take 2.
All right. 3 spells. He's got tramps.
He does have traps. Alright, so he's what, 11/11? Trample.
That seems good.
I mean, I like it.
Seems fine.
It's fine. It's good.
It's good, it's good. Mm. How much commander damage do I have on you, Barrick? Just a 7, right?
Just a 7, yeah.
Gene. What about you, Lemons?
You can see it if you click my
I
thing. I've
got
been checking.
10, right? Was it 10?
Mhm.
You should be
Yeah.
a 10 on him, man.
That
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, we got plenty of blockers, so.
Oh,
I have a butt ton, and I also have an indestructible buff.
Oh.
Right?
Courtesy
You can block
of-
with and deal.
How does how does indestructible work with trample? Like if you block with the bug,
You still have to do
Just find
lethal
one.
based on its toughness, but if it's a 0/1, that's 1 damage. So everything above 1 will trample over.
makes sense. But then it just doesn't die.
Right.
That's why Death
Um,
Touch and Trample is.
Yeah, I know that's a weird interaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Death Touch and Trample is brutal.
Well, it never should have been made a ruling.
Right.
In that regard, I mean that was a rule at a tournament where somebody said, yeah, but it's lethal and you have to do lethal and it's 1 damage. That's all I had to do. And the judge was like, yeah, that sounds good. And they're like, we'll write it in the rule book.
You got it.
Alright, I think Barrick, I think it's gonna come at you.
All right, I'll block 2 of it and take 9.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yikes.
Jinkies.
And then my second main phase. Dash 1, 2, 3. One left. For Eternal Witness. And I'll grab this Beast Within back. Put it back into my hand.
Mhm.
And then I will pass turn.
He's ready for your next stacks piece.
I don't think that's what that's for. I think that's more. He's more afraid of the fact that
Everything.
you're threatening to make infinite mana next turn.
Draw a card.
You've got Rings of Brightheart, which goes infinite at the drop of a hat with many
Linval
mana rocks.
Linval and Hushbringer kind of put a damper on that.
That's true.
Because
But,
normally the fucking Marneus
Alright.
is the drawing.
So you were right. I'm gonna play Isochron Scepter, Dramatic Reversal. Any responses?
So you cast the Isochron Scepter and enter the battlefield. You choose what to imprint.
Right.
How many,
Play Isochron
how many
Scepter.
mana rocks do you have?
You know what I'm gonna put under it? I have 2. They both make 1 mana.
Okay.
I don't think it's ever smart to like if you can stop that from resolving, you should stop that from resolving.
Cannot stop it from resolving.
Okay.
So I will pass priority.
Alright. You gonna do something, Pickles?
No, I got nothing.
Alright. And then I will start the loop, which I will present to you guys. I will tap it for 2, casting Dramatic Reversal to untap the 2s that I'm tapping over and over until I make a bazillion life, and then I'm going to blow you all up with Aether Flux Reservoir.
Life.
I gain a life every time I cast or every time a spell is cast. For each spell. You're copying the spell.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I do have a response to that, if no one
Okay.
else does. But you have priority, Marty.
So I've done it once. I've gained 1
Well,
life.
no, you haven't. You haven't done it once. You cast it and you went to activate it.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. He's activated
Yeah.
it first. Okay, so there is a window of response.
No, it's fine. I've
Yeah, I was gonna
tapped-
say, but you have priority. I couldn't stop it from entering. I obviously can't counter it.
Yeah, I have no. I don't think I have a way to really stop it, unfortunately. So I guess I'll pass.
I can attempt to Nature's Claim the Isochron Scepter.
Yeah, that would work.
How much mana do you have untapped?
I have none.
Alright, I'll miscast that.
Then you have 2 white left. I'm gonna Cyclonic Rift the Ice Scepter. I didn't want to use my Cyclonic Rift, but I got no more blue left, and this will stop an infinite combo, so I guess I have to. And then the Ice Scepter, or the Dramatic Reversal is gone forever, so this should be okay.
Should be.
Maybe?
It'll go back to my hand.
I've got a floating colorless, but I will use it before you change phases.
So that's 1, 2.
You also do gain 4 life. Oh, well, no, you don't, because you counted it. Yeah.
Again, well, it's
Every
on
spell you
cast,
cast.
so it's still cast. That was still activated, so it was on the stack.
Yeah, you'll have
So-
you'll untap your 2 rocks.
So these will both untap because you put Cyclonic Rift on the stack after miscast, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So then I'll gain 3 total life.
Makes sense.
Hey, I mean, with the Blanca on the field, you kind of got to gain all the life you can get.
Yeah. Well, hoping that would do it. It's not looking like it would.
The reason, yeah, I was going to bounce it, but I'm like, I can't.
See, wait, Blanca, this is why we need the rule of law effects. This is, this keeps the blue players honest.
Well, right. It was the tapped part because I can still.
Well, it's both. I mean, you couldn't have cast the copies, so it was both. I mean,
I
Manglehorn.
can still play the copies through that spell. You can look that up. That interaction does, because through rule of law, you can do the Isochron thing.
I mean, Deafening Silence says each player can't cast more than one non-creature spell, so I don't even think you can cast them. It's not like it's countering the first spell you play. This is just straight cannot cast. So I think Deafening
Yeah, you
Silence
have to
stops
cast
that.
the copies. Yeah, you may copy the exiled copy. Can't cast that Isochron is making.
Very
Yeah.
true.
think.
And then,
No, yeah.
well, I guess I will be the T and see what I can do.
All right, before my mana drains, I'm gonna make an Angel.
Makes sense. Draw a card. Well, no, you won't, because it doesn't trigger.
It's a
Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger.
Oh, okay. All right. But I will draw my normal card. Hiya!
Now we lose to your infinite combo.
Well, it's the problem is the Cyclonic Rift is what I was going to use to bounce all your stacks. I was going to get infinite colorless and then bounce all your stacks, then go infinite, but I don't have that anymore.
That's true.
You should have just let me win, man.
I
Disagree
the
with that.
one person that I don't want to win. No, you're not the person. I guess it doesn't matter. Like I need to place in the top 2.
We all
Who
just
would
need
want?
to play the best that we can.
Well,
And just.
So right
No.
now the stack specs are no enter the battlefield and can't activate abilities of creatures. Okay.
Which definitely slows him down.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Sure. I have to plan. I have to plan some things. This need this. Then I would need that. these both flyers? They sure are.
Don't mind me over here.
Yay, chilling.
I am now. I can't make infinite mana anymore, so there's that. And I can't cast infinite spells.
It's okay. My deck can't make infinite mana either.
Well, I can't anymore, and I didn't put Pull from Eternity in here because, I don't know, I'm a dummy.
One turn.
Okay.
I knew I
think
should have
have a play.
interacted and done what I wanted.
Alright, we're
to
gonna go
do.
2 colorless mana with the Soul Ring. A play an Arcane Signet.
Mhm.
And
Who
it's,
signed that one?
This is Mark Rosewater.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He was a good guy.
He seems like a good guy, but he's getting a lot of flack over Magic 30 right now.
Yeah,
And I
I
don't
get-
even think it's really his fault.
I don't think it's. Yeah, I agree. All right, I'm gonna tap this for a
But
one.
he did come up with Infect, so I hate him eternally.
Phyrexian is actually.
You
his favorite
can't. You
Pokemon.
can't activate Oswald.
Why not?
Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated.
He's got all the stacks pieces on the board right now. For ETBs and shit like that.
That one's Limbo.
Because if he hadn't, I had another interaction that would have given me another at least one counter spell, which would have ended the game. But with those on the board, that wouldn't really matter.
Or dying.
Yeah, I mean your your real play is to find a way to kill him.
Yeah, he's got 2 blockers.
I mean,
so even
you
if
can
I
kill
swung-
me, but I'm pretty much shut down for now.
Even if I swung all out, he still survives. And I'm at 10, so that means that then Pickles just wins. So I either have to just have to find a way through all the stacks to win right now, or else I probably just die from Blanca damage.
Some stacks.
If he attacks you.
No, just from casting spells. He can thorns me to death, literally on his turn, doing nothing but just that. He can crown me to death.
Well, I haven't been lucky, so you gotta keep fucking.
Well, he would have to have. He would have to draw into one more red source to just kill you from ground. He only has 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5. Because that's a.
How did-
It's 2 red each time. So that would take 10 mana to do that in red, which I do not have.
Yeah, he does. That's what I'm saying. He can't do that. Yeah.
He does not have 10 red mana, so you're good.
I could do it 3 times. And there's no way I can get 2 more red. So.
Let's get a mana geyser.
Big if true. Let me check the list real quick. Mana Geyser? Is that a...
Check your
your deck list, bro. That card isn't on your deck list. You can't play it. You're disqualified. Okay, it was good playing with you. But you don't get any points because you cheated. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had 2 of the 3 pieces to my infinite combo in my hand from the start. And
Yeah.
That's nice.
Your turn 1 it absolutely stymied me.
Absolutely made the game fair. Yes. Yes.
No, just long. It made the game long.
No, it made it fair.
All right, I'm gonna tap 2 then for a Wishclaw Talisman.
Ooh.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to Blanco so we can go find Mana Geyser.
Tap it. Calm down.
I mean, you can give it to me.
I might actually.
I can go get Walking Ballista with no lifelink and no infinite mana.
Give it to me.
I mean, the cornerstone
won't combo
of my
you.
combos all
What does it say?
rely
You can
on
just-
Isochron Scepter. It's like
It's not like I'm gonna combo you. You might as well just give it to me.
it's fucking. That was a
Oh,
good play,
yeah.
bouncing that to my hand.
Yeah, I am tapped
We'll
out.
go 12 and we'll go the 4 at you over there, Lemons. So you get the 3/5 double striker and 3/4/4 angels.
Nothing is trample.
Nothing has trample.
The indestructible bug will block your commander.
Yep.
And then
If you remove the stacks, he wins.
no, I know. And then Dalzim will block an angel.
All right.
I'll take 8.
Yeah, it'll be 8 flying. Tap 3, 4, and Ashnod's ult.
Mhm. Good card.
Sure is.
I have a few of those.
Yeah, I just finally got a Phyrexian altar from the last double masters. Never had one.
Yeah, I pulled one of that too. It's in my zombie deck with Gravecrawler zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody say Diagraph Captain or what is the something? It's the black cultist creature that does the same thing. It was a little port cutthroat. There it is. Yeah, those are both. in
Okay,
there,
I
too.
think I
Oh,
got.
okay.
Okay, I got something. Okay, so sack an angel, make some colorless. 2 color. God damn, Wishclaw Talisman sucks.
Why?
Because, like, you go get the thing you want to get, and then it solves a problem, but then you give somebody the thing that'll solve your problem if you don't just win. I cannot win this. I have
I will tell you this: if you give me Wishclaw Talisman, I cannot win. That
I don't think you'll win, but I think you'll be able to find the answer to what I'm going to do.
maybe.
Just
but
give it to me. Like honestly,
you
like
do
what
not
am I
give
gonna
it to
do?
Lemons.
What am I
You'll
gonna
put
do?
another
Go get
stack space on the board.
go get another fatty? Like come
Hold on,
on.
let me check your deck list.
I mean seriously, like dead ass. What's the worst thing I go get? Crazy.
A
Like
board
come
wipe.
on.
I'm more worried about a board wipe.
Why would I go? I don't have any. Board ropes. I've got none. I have none. What to get? That's what I mean. I get Crater Hoof. I don't know.
Do I even have a board wipe left in my deck list?
I don't know. I'm not actually checking deck lists.
Yeah, right.
I don't. The only board
Yeah.
whip I have in my deck is Win. It's
I
literally the only
do
board
have
whip.
I do have one board wipe,
All right.
but I'm not gonna go grab
I'm
that.
not gonna get.
That's not
yeah,
gonna
what-
help me survive. And it's at sorcery speed, so there's that.
I don't even know what this Wishclaw thing is.
All right. So Wishclaw Talisman. It's a tutor. You pay a colorless and you tap it. You tutor for a card, any card and you put that card in your hand. But then you give Wishclaw Talisman to somebody else.
Mhm.
And then when they go tutor, they can do the same.
Then
thing.
when they go tutor, you play your opposition agent.
Right.
Right.
and then you get their second tutor.
You go tutor for your opposition agent, and then when they
Right,
do
you
it,
give
you
it to
play
them
the
tapped, so I have to use that on my turn.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Even if you could untap it, you can only use it on your own.
All right,
Right.
so I'm gonna activate Wishclaw Talisman. I'm gonna go tutor a card. What's the order of this? Search your library for a card, put it in your hand, then shuffle your library, and opponent gains control of Wishclaw Talisman. Okay, so I'm gonna tutor first.
Draw suspense a little.
Are you using one of the floating from Ashnod's to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just ticked it.
Gotcha.
Oh, hold on. Yep. Okay. So I have exactly enough mana to do what I want to do, and it's actually not as good as I want, but it is. It is a thing. This doesn't actually do what I want. The only option. I'm just gonna go with it. get this card into my hand.
All right, now the $1 million question: who do you give the talisman to?
Well, because it's not going to be as insane as I thought. For some reason, I was thinking that I could still do infinite mana while doing the thing that I'm going to tutor for, which is not the case. So
The last of the turn list.
it's gonna go to. We'll go with Barrack, sure. Here you go.
I think it makes sense even just from the sense that he is the least likely to actually manage, because he has to survive my turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm the last of the turn list, so they can just kill me before.
Alright, I'll sack Oswald for 2, sack the last 2 angels for another 6, sack Marnius for 8.
So you have 9 colorless?
Tap a white, yeah, 9 colorless, a white, and then the last treasure over here.
So that's 12.
I'm doing for 12, I'm doing X for 10, I'm gonna martial coup. I'm gonna be making 10 1/1 white soldiers, destroying all their creatures.
Ooh, nice. That is in my soldier deck. I love that card.
I have never cast it this entire month, or ever playing
I've-
it, but
I use it as a straight up board wipe. All
So,
the time.
I just so you know, because you might have forgotten, I do have an indestructible bug that will survive this
this is true.
this onslaught.
Your indestructible bug.
I'm gonna tap
Just-
one.
just
What
in
does it
case
do?
that
Destroy
changes
all
it.
creatures.
Destroy all
Yeah.
creatures.
I'll tap one and I'll cast Tamio's Safekeeping, targeting Blanca. Make him hexproof. and
Yeah, we'll take 2.
indestructible. And then everybody takes 2.
He's good.
Making him hexproof?
And
Hexproof
indestructible.
and indestructible.
Ooh.
And
I like
gain-
it.
And I gain 2 life.
It's good.
Are you letting that resolve?
Am I letting it resolve? What are you talking
No,
about?
Barrack.
Uh,
If his commander stays, I think we all die. We're both at 8.
I don't. You made me blow all my stuff trying to keep you from it.
Alright.
I don't have an interaction for that specific spell.
Alright. So I'll make 10 1/1 soldiers.
We
have
all-
to find a
I
way to
don't know
gain a
if
few
that's-
life.
I mean, you just killed my life.
That's a really neat soldier token, by the way.
He's a human. He's not actually a soldier, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's all I got. Sorry for the long turn, but
No,
kinda,
dude.
it was kind of required.
You gotta play what you gotta play.
Untap.
Funny, I moved the dice to the side like you were gonna click the token so you could like figure out. What
Oh, my Eternal Witness does die though. Whoopsie.
Yeah. Get him out of here.
Now it's the race to try and gain life.
Something like that.
I don't have a way to gain life. Actually, that's not true. That's a very
Alright,
complicated.
I have
got in
one
the entire deck.
way.
I will tap 3 for Bela Jed Recovery. Turn target card from your graveyard to your hand.
All right.
Is that good?
I have no response.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm going to target Fairy Protection.
It's exiled upon cast.
Oh,
Yeah, Teferi's exiled itself.
fair enough. Then I'm going to do.
That'd be
We'll
great.
get. I'll just get Hushbringer. It's fine.
If that was the case, I'd just get Teferi's protection with my first tutor and put it under Chun-Li and be like, alright guys, so you're all gonna eventually die.
Makes sense. Alright. Then I will do. The 2 for the Hushbringer. Play that back out.
Which one's that one do?
It's the entering the battlefield and dying.
Okay.
And I will tap 3 for a rule of law.
Okay.
I will pass the turn.
Mm-hmm. Alright, untap.
I mean, realistically, Lemons is saving all of us.
I think.
Yeah, do I
he
get
has
save
Beast
points for
within
that?
His hand. Well, I think he has Beast within his hand. No, unfortunately,
alright.
no.
Forgot about.
What do
He
you
does.
mean? What do you mean?
But I do have mana.
Oh, true. Safeguard.
And 2 cards in hand.
I have 3 cards in hand.
You know what's funny? When I had the Grim, what was it? The Grim Haruspex? What was it? Grim Hireling. And I had the Angels. I actually had infinite turns. If you didn't get rid of the Grim guy. I was like
Why is that?
calculating everything in my head. I'm like, wait, I'm getting 6 treasures a turn. If I can get a time sieve, I just haven't limited turns.
Alright, well,
That
let's
would've
see if
been
you got it. I'll do the Beast Within. Trying to get rid of that thing.
Get it out of here.
I have no response.
Oh, I don't
Make
even.
a beast.
I actually probably would counter this if I could.
I mean, if I had one in my hand, guys. Well, that happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna tap 1 for 2 red. I'm gonna do that Crown of Flames thing. I'm gonna attach it to him. Deal 2 damage to everybody. I'll draw a card. I'm going to tap 2, doing 2 damage to everybody again. Same deal. Draw a card. And then, yeah, 2 more red. Again, doing the same thing. Drawing a card.
And out.
Haven't played a land for turn. I'll play Sulkazin. And I'll tap 1 red. And I'll cast Mark of Fury. I just drew this top deck, that Enchanting Blanket, dealing 2 damage to everybody again.
I will the Fury's protection, saving my
Oh.
own life and getting a half.
There
a
you
point.
go.
You don't get a. You can't save yourself.
I know.
But he does. He will live. So I mean,
You will
technically,
live.
yeah.
And Marnius will die.
Yep. You don't get my Wish Claw Talisman. See what happens.
I don't even get to use it.
Well, then I think it's pointless to even attack you then, huh?
You can't.
You-
I guess
Not
if you
here.
pass the turn then, yeah, you're not even there.
Well, the problem is he has to wait. He has to find a way to survive anything you do.
Go infinite again or something.
Maybe
I'm
he
sure.
does.
You bounce the Mark of Fury though.
Do what?
Mark of Fury goes back to his hand.
Yes.
Yeah, to time sieve Nadir Kraken and Displacer Kitten. Would have done some stuff on my turn if I got to survive.
Right? I mean,
Blanca.
the best I can do is cast my commander again.
This is it. But the Mark of Fury is back in your hand.
Put Chun-Li out.
Why is it?
Because that's what it says.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
This is a benefit for you.
Yeah, I know. You cast it next turn.
Yeah, I know, that was the whole point I put it in there. I'm like, oh, cool, this gives me 1 every turn. How cool is it?
Right, exactly.
We'll tap 2 and play Isochron Scepter to gain 2 more life. We'll tap 1 and Mystical Tutor to gain 3 more life.
Why not just I guess you can't imprint it onto the.
Well, I can, but then I don't have the mana to cast it.
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty.
I think he's dead.
I mean, yeah, I'm pretty much dead. I reveal Cyclonic Rift and put it on top of my hand.
Well, he's dead just to Blanca. Like after he does all the things, Blanca will have trample.
Yeah, I'll trample on top of this, whatever. Yeah.
All right. So then I pass the turn back to you.
Oh, jeez.
Dang.
Fuck.
I'll untap. Draw a card. Play a land for turn. I could do the Crown of Fury thing a few different times now, so
I mean, it's over. If you can attack through,
I
with
could do it
trample.
4 times and give it trample and deal 8 damage to you. I
Alright.
could probably do even more.
So you can just do the 5 times and he just dies.
No, we'll just do the regular, right? 2. I'll do the Crown of Flames. Draw a card. That's 1. 2
He could
damage
have a
to you.
response for 0 mana.
Yeah, that's true.
I have 0 hand cards in hand.
Misdirection.
He's got no card in hand, unfortunately.
Right.
He's gonna daze him.
At 1. I'll do it again. Another 2 damage. I'll draw. Yeah, there we
What the one
go.
that bounced Gush?
That's the
He bounced
one.
2 islands, he bounced something? Is that the one?
Well,
or
but
is
I
that
was saying
the-
there's also misdirection, which is exile blue card. Change.
We don't have
it's-
cards in hand.
I know.
2
I know.
more.
I have
We're just
Angel's
naming
Grace,
free
too.
spells. We're just
2 more
naming free
damage.
spells.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
I'm gonna
two-
draw 1.
Lucky card.
I mean, I have 6 free spells in my deck. I haven't
4.
drawn any of them.
I know, right? I drew none of my removal. I had to go tutor for it.
So that was 2 more. It gets you down to 4. Then 1
that's
for the
close.
Mark of Fury targeting him. That'll get you down to
Good.
2.
Right next to each other.
Okay.
I'll draw a card. And then the coolest one ever, tap 1 for Frog Tongue. Enchanting him. Best art ever. You can click on
Yay!
that.
I got second place.
How does Frog Ton do?
It gives him reach, but back before they called it
Oh.
reach.
Can block creatures.
And then
with
10.
They'll tie for 4th. I'll get 2nd. You'll win.
Good
job,
stuff.
Thick.
Wow, man, what a game, guys! That was crazy.
That was a
I
good.
set it
Yeah,
up so
I fucked
silly.
up this interaction.
Oh.
You should have played the one that stopped
Yeah.
the activated abilities.
Well, it didn't matter. It
Well, it
would've-
did because then the
No, Blanca would have still activated.
Those
That
are
doesn't stop
triggered-
Blanca
triggered.
from going off. Yeah.
oh, it
yeah.
didn't stop activated it. Yeah. Okay.
No, well, I fucked up when I did Teferi's to stop the Adeline from getting bugged, but I thought I could just do it afterward.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, phasing's weird.
Yeah, because then I could have killed you.
Well, I still had Teferi's in hand, so.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
not
Of course you had that.
not
man.
you.
I, was like, son of a
I
bitch,
wasn't
you played
attacking you.
Oh, you were gonna kill Calgar before he did all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where's Chun-Li?
What I had.
Well, that
I was happy. I was
That
happy
was
when
one
you
hell
bugged
of a
that
league,
bitch.
guys. I mean, it was definitely depicting of the top 4.
Yeah, that was a fun game. That was the
Yeah.
most fun game I played.
It was
I'm glad we were
very
all 3 different or 4 different commanders. That was cool.
Yeah.
well, right, and everybody got part of their own combo off.
Yeah, everybody did
to-
some stuff there, right?
Oh,
What are you
without
talking
getting
about?
back-
What are you talking about? Ellis Norn got mana drained. I didn't get any combo.
Hell it. Yeah, thank
Right,
you
but
for
you were
that.
creating
Thank
your
you for that.
tokens and poking everybody. You were doing what you were meant to be doing.
You were doing
Yeah,
good
but my
stuff.
combo piece.
Yeah, I took care of your combo piece so you didn't fight the board and be able to kill us all.
No, I'm only saying that because you called.
You call it combo.
It was a combo piece. It's
I don't know.
it's like saying Cyclonic Rift isn't a combo piece to swing out in the game. It is.
Do you consider Animar Cascade a combo deck?
Animar Cascade, absolutely.
I don't think it's a combo. Like, there's no. Well, that's not true. There is infinite combos, but it's not. It just cascades. Like,
A bunch, right? Well, yeah, I do it
Yeah.
like I do it out of morph, and it's like, and I draw a ton of cards. Usually, I mean, I could dump 20 creatures.
yeah, I
off
love
the
my
chart.
Animar Cascade deck. It's my favorite deck.
Oh,
So Blanca had first blood, right?
Yeah.
yeah, first
and you
blood,
won.
too.
Yeah, do one.
Yeah.
Yay!
So definitely
I don't-
secure first.
Are there any saves? Like, do we count any of the saves?
No. I mean, technically, you say
We stopped. Well,
You
we
guys
both
didn't
stopped
know.
that combo.
You guys didn't. Well, yeah, that's true.
We stopped
But
it
you-
infinite.
but you
was the last
stopped it
to act.
before anybody was in peril of death.
That's what. Yeah, I don't know. Well, he presented.
No,
No, you presented the combo. It was
You
100%.
presented the loot. It was
You had
100%
eight
gonna kill
cards,
us.
everything.
Yeah.
The problem is that I would get the half a point for the. I would get the point for the life save because I was the last one to resolve the spell because he countered yours.
Right.
So unfortunately, I would get the. Well, I don't know, unfortunate, but fortunate for me, I guess.
Yeah,
because
I
found
mean,
the
I'm
life save.
okay with that.
I forgot about getting the life save. Yeah, so I get a point for life save. That's cool. Well, it's a half a point per person, so it'd be 2 or 1 point. Because I can't save myself, which I guess is fair.
Right, because then
I still want to petition getting you get an extra point for killing somebody with commander damage.
You should get extra points for killing somebody.
Right, yeah, 'cause I could have done that with Blanca then. I would have got an extra point
It's
there.
fairly rarely done, and it would incentivize people to actually attack.
Yeah.
With their commander instead of just making the combo.
Turns out I do it a bunch in this deck.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
sure.
it's a rare exception. It's a good Voltron-y kind of mix.
I don't think anybody casts their commander 4 times.
Nope.
If
And
I would have
this
got to
is
go
just-
infinite, which I could have without the taxes, then I would have definitely.
I was on my
if
4th
you
cast.
guys would not have stopped the loop,
You could have.
I could have.
Yeah, that was, if I was on my last cast, I was on my 4th cast, but I didn't actually cast it.
Should have done that as your last turn. But now you had the tax. If you didn't, if he didn't have the removal for rule of law, you would have definitely, I think, prolonged it one more turn maybe.
That's what it is. Maybe somebody would
Vote
want.
for MVP.
That's a good question. I almost want to vote lemons because the taxes were like brutal. They were the thing that prevented the game from like actually.
I mean,
comboing.
it definitely prevented me from winning because I could have had turn 4 win with
Right.
2 counter spells in hand. So
I mean, I can't vote myself. I'm gonna vote Blanca. He had a lot of life, and he was just kind of zapping everybody, and like that was a lot of damage. Like,
I mean,
time where I was
he
going
did
to make
win,
4
and he
angels.
did survive the onslaught. So I'm not.
And I did kill every single person, right?
I mean, I did Teferi's protection, and
yeah,
Oh, that's true.
that was fucking hilarious.
I don't know. The turn. I still feel like the turn 1 deafening silence was the most impactful thing of the game. So that's my vote. It kept me in the game, to be honest, because I was so low on lands.
Mhm.
I was really hoping to be able to. ride
It kept
Moon
me
with-
from winning the game.
Yeah.
100%.
yep. You had an insane hand. You had Soul Ring into Arcane Signet, and I was like, I shut that
Soul
right.
Ring and
down.
Arcane
Yeah, yeah.
I shut
Signet,
that right.
Isochron Scepter, and Aetherflux Reservoir
Yeah,
in
and
my
you know
hand
what?
with 3 lands.
I didn't draw any enchantments for a long time too, so it did bother my game plan, but I didn't have the cards, so it didn't really bother me.
Right,
to do it.
exactly. You're right. You didn't
Well,
care. It was just stopping.
I'll vote Blanca because he's the one who stopped a lot of things on my side as far as killing all my creatures by attacking in. I would have
Alright,
lived longer.
that's two Blancas done.
Well, I gotta vote
Well, so who
for
does Blanca vote?
So, yeah,
You can't vote for yourself, Blanca. No.
Well, what if it's tied then?
We flip a coin. Well,
Well, is it gonna matter who's gonna win the
that's-
league then?
You have. It's not going to change.
You're
like,
gonna
even
win regardless.
Yeah, even if
and it's not
you give me the MVP point.
well, second place does.
Second place does matter, and currently I would sit in second place.
You was at second. Okay, yeah, because I'd like to make it to the league championship or whatever. You know.
So you will.
Yeah, well, you already
Yeah,
did.
You
you're-
will.
you're-
You will. Yeah. Even if you can.
Oh,
It
yeah.
doesn't really matter. Well,
Then
I
I'll
don't
do
know.
that
If
MVP
he
on that.
votes for you, Lemons, does that put us in a tie for second?
It does, but then we can talk about it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I could change my. Anyone else could, or whatever.
Well, when I vote for him, we still have to flip a coin, right? Because that's 2 and 2.
Right,
well, it's-
or you could just win MVP and vote for me or Calcar. It's up to you. I don't care.
True.
Ooh.
That's the real play. That's actually probably the best play,
I
considering.
mean, that's what I would do in this
Yeah.
position. Just like
you
I vote
could
Barrack.
end king-making otherwise.
Right.
What?
Because so listen, I have an extra point that's not accounted for, and maybe even 2. So giving me extra points would not be a good thing. And then because you guys are tied, giving either one of you an extra point will make. Actually, I guess because Lemons died first, you would need the extra point to even compete. But he's at 10.5, you're 11, so now you guys are even. Yeah. So if he gives it either to either one of you, then it's king making because he's giving you one or you the position basically.
Yeah, but it's not about king making. It's just about who's the MVP. Like, I mean,
Well,
who do
right.
you
that's what I'm
like?
saying.
Who do you feel is
To
like?
me, it's Pickles.
Yeah, and my vote was Lemons.
Right, like I'm not trying to metagame my vote. It's it's just
Right,
And
I'm
we have
just-
we have one for each of us so far. So at the moment, yeah, Blanca is the deciding factor. Just whatever you think is the best.
Well, Lemons
and-
voted for Blanca.
Right.
right. And
So
then
we-
you
So,
can
so if I
cast-
vote for him, we still flip a coin. Well, what about that then, right?
What's your actual vote?
Like, what do you
If I
actually
had to
think?
pick out
That's
you
what I'm
guys, no, yeah, it would be
Yeah.
lemons for sure, man. Yep.
Yeah.
I think so.
Lemon.
That card, that was a very effective. Just the one card. A lot of other things. He slowed you down on a bunch of other turns where you would have fucking popped off too. So I think, yeah, for sure, man.
Definitely went infinite if he didn't have
Yeah.
Linval in the field.
Like a couple times, he was interacting with a lot of things. So I would vote for lemons all day. So that would be a coin flip, right? So,
Is that how it works? Is that what you do when
I
there's a
don't know.
tie?
No idea.
what do you do?
To my knowledge, yes.
Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Well,
if that's what you do,
I
that's what you do.
I just
yeah,
have-
that's-
Whatever the MVP vote is, it is what it is.
I happen to have my stupid, deck that took a year to come in, that secret layer one.
All
I was
right,
gonna say,
which side are you and which side is he?
Um.
I already left the thing. I gotta come back.
Okay. Well, I have red, so I'll be the red, and then blue.
Gotcha.
Neither of us are playing blue, but you get the blue side. All right. Going back in to watch.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
I already shut off the camera, but it's fine. I can still see.
You can see. You're good. You're here.
Yeah.
All
Yep.
right. So red's me, blue's lemons.
Blue it is.
Blue it is.
All right.
Good stuff.
It was a good game, fellas.
It was. No, it was. That was my favorite game of the whole thing.
Yeah, that was a great championship game. Dude. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, sick. I'll go and do the points. You got not MVP, but you got.
He got first blood. Yeah.
First blood.
first.
And then
blood.
and then Sinborn had a save, and then I had MVP.
I feel like I didn't even
Flash,
ramp too. I feel like it was turn
first
5. that I
You
had.
got 4.5 points. Oops. God damn it, I do that all the time.
I do that shit too. Then you gotta edit it.
Oh yeah, dude. I keep trying to like.
If you hit
alt
shift enter, it works.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to hit shift.
Hit
Alright.
Shift
And
instead of like alt or
then
control or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
I always
shift
just
enter.
at myself just so that it's all at. I got second place.
Well, I don't add anybody when I do it, but that's fine.
Yeah. You think you should add like.
Second place for
Bobby
3
Bobby said he
points.
doesn't need ats. He said
Well-
don't add him.
Okay, yeah, it's probably just another fucking notification. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I just add all of us because it just makes it easier and the names are put in there right.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too.
Sure.
They're all highlight.
Yeah, I mean,
It looks
no
nice.
one's ever said not to do it. So, and music for lemons. So you guys got,
Dude, that's the only time I'm gonna respond if you really want to
And,
talk. You gotta have me.
that's 1 point. We all cast our commander, which I think not having that in there. I don't know.
I like it.
Well, no, in this specific,
Oh yeah, maybe in this one is not as needed.
it's because
as
it's more. Yeah, I mean,
Right.
had he not played the silence spell, the only person who would have cast their commander would have been me, and you all would have been dead. No, I mean seriously, because I had
And then losing points on top of that.
right,
Yeah.
well, and I had 2 counter spells in hand, so
Right.
and
Yeah,
I
I
had the
guess that's
mana,
right.
so
Yeah,
it would have
you
just
can end
been,
it for-
hey, you would have been like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, I'm gonna counter. You'd be like, well, that's it, and I'm like, all right, well then I'm gonna play, I'm gonna play Aetherflex Reservoir and make Infinite Life and just. So no, his silence move saved the game. It would have been over really quick just because of how I drew. It's the only time I've ever actually drawn anything good out of this.
I get a. By the way, I have a life save point.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he didn't put it in there.
Oh, I missed that. I forgot. And
Yep.
life save times 2.
And then if you guys are interested,
2 points.
me and Bob and a few others are in the process of building a PVE format for Commander. I just got done writing the playtest document for it. It needs to be a little edited, but I can actually distribute it out to you guys if you're interested in playtesting it, giving it a look, and seeing what you guys think. Basically, it's designed like a boss monster thing where like everybody's versus a boss monster. So you kind of just take whatever commander deck you got. You guys are on a team and you fight against the boss monster, and the boss monster has like this table that it rolls against whenever it's the boss monster's turn. And it's a pretty fun format so far.
Right.
Everybody's enjoyed it.
Like arch enemy-ish, right? Kinda.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
that's
boss
pretty
monster
bad.
has like different effects when it goes, and I'm in the process of writing an app for it, which will be pretty cool.
Yeah, I played that like with the plane shift or whatever too. I played some of that shit in the last one too. So it's yeah.
Well, it's kind of like two-headed monster, except the monster is fighting 4 heads, and the
Yeah,
monster is.
it can fight. It can fight as
NPC.
many people as you want. It actually scales by players.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So like the idea is you can play 1v1 as well. You can play 1v the boss monster, and you can actually playtest decks using against it. I don't know. Like so far, it's actually a really cool tool that I've used for just playtesting decks, and it kind of imitates a player. It doesn't have like interactions necessarily, but it imitates like board wipes and imitates like removal. So it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'll post a document if you guys are interested. Feel free to join the Discord that we've got going on. And it is like semi-early phase, but it's been playtested probably about at least 100 games, so it has quite a lot of playtesting data on it. And we keep track of like what decks are playing against it, what life you were at by the end of it, what turn did you win or lose, did the boss monster win or lose. There's 3 different difficulties, so in case like you're playing like a pre-con or something, you can go against the baseline rules. If you're playing like a really bad deck and you have like maybe a new friend you're introducing or something along those lines, you can play against the easy rule set, and it is very easy. So the baseline rule sets has like a 50-50 win rate versus like really good pre-cons and like medium power decks. And then the hard mode might not be hard enough. It actually might get more difficult, because I was playing against it this Thursday and it really wasn't as hard as I expected.
Well, yeah, I'd be interested, man. Yeah, shoot me a link or.
Yep, I posted the Google Doc in the channel, and we're kind of doing like I would say an alpha run of like just select people, because I'm going to eventually make a YouTube channel or YouTube video about it on the channel, and then like ask if Jake and Joel are interested in distributing it and being a part of it or anything, because we've been in early phase for a while, but I think we've got the rules set now to where it feels pretty good. The boss monster has pretty good interactions with. There are some taxing. There are some there's like board wipes and such. Not full on board wipes, so there is decisions. I don't know. It's just give it a look over, and it'll probably change a little bit. There's some recommendations that I got from our channel or from our internal chat where Rob wants some things like rephrased where I don't necessarily agree, but I don't care. If it makes him happy, I'll do it.
Right. Yeah. There's gonna be
He thinks the chart should be at the end in like in an index versus in the middle of the document. And I was kind of like, but then you're like telling people what the difficulty is, but then not showing them what that difficulty means. You're just like, consult the index at the end of the document. I'm like, I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's what he wants. So
yeah, well,
we'll see what other people think, because like it's
works,
me.
right?
It's basically 3 of us that are like developing it, and then there's like a bunch of other people that are playtesting and helping out and whatnot. And we have like all kinds of cool ideas. Like there's going to be like a gauntlet style where you start with like the easy rule set and you play against one boss, and then as you defeat it, you'll maybe get like a perk or a boon, and you kind of like go up the chain. You're like fighting multiple monsters at once, and you kind of, I don't know. There's all kinds of cool ideas we have. So if it takes off, that's cool. If not, then we'll just continue having fun playing with ourselves.
I'd be willing to give it a shot.
Yep, give it a shot. So far, nobody's disliked it. Everybody's had a good time. Also, another benefit, it's fairly short. Most games end in about 30 minutes to 40 minutes because on the boss monster's turn, on the second turn, it rolls 1 die, and then every turn it rolls a die. But every second turn, it adds an additional die to the rolls. So there's a kind of a time limit where it's going to roll so many dice at a certain point where you can't overcome all the shit it's doing.
right.
So you're either going to lose or you beat it fast enough.
Yeah. There you go.
So yeah, it's a nice like you don't have enough time to play a
kind of.
full on game, but you can play this in like 30 minutes. So like I don't know. So far it's been the factor like at the end of our Thursday night games when like you don't have time for a full game, you just play one of those and you're having fun. And it's co-op. There's not many co-op formats, so yep. Give it a whirl. Let us know what you think.
Your deck building board game type things like Marvel Champions and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead cards in the format because of like Exotic Orchard referencing opponent's lands. It doesn't have any lands, so it's technically nothing. We've made the home rule that it taps for colorless instead, just so it's not completely dead. Because my idea for the format is that anybody can grab any deck and play, but there's so many cards in the game that doesn't really work. Like counterspells don't do anything. Removal is very selective. Like it's like board wipes aren't that great because you're gonna wipe like, there are ways that it gets creatures, but it's only one result.
Right. Yeah. So,
So
it's a little bit different
it's-
of an experience, right? So
You can build your deck around it, which is another cool thing. Is like you can kind of build your boss commander deck if that's what you want.
Yeah,
Plus, then,
no,
you know,
Yeah, why
that's
not?
just another format. You can kind of chill, have fun, play cooperatively instead of wanting to kill everybody.
Yeah,
I mean,
make some weird
my
fucking
experience in
builds.
the league, just being here for this month, outside of a couple of outbursts, the one you mentioned, one of the guys in one of my games lost his mind. I'm sure you guys all read the pod where he said he was out. Fuck this league.
No,
No,
wait, what? Really? I did not see that.
Yeah, one of the
Oh,
guys.
no.
I think it was Keto, but don't quote me.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, he
He's been
got.
around a long time too.
I'll say the problem with Keto is he's actually a good dude. He's not. It's
He's just
I think-
competitive.
No, I'm saying
No,
just outside of a couple of incidents, not like throwing him under the bus. I mean,
Right,
this
right,
could be
right.
one out experience. I don't know the guy that well, but he was really mad. Somebody went infinite. He couldn't cast his commander, and he's like, "This is stupid." I had to wait an hour for the guy, which he did, and we voted.
yeah,
as a
I would have
pod.
been pissed too. I heard about
yeah,
that.
I did.
Yeah,
read that. Now
and we were. I was like, dude, we can give him the negative points. I don't care. But what do we want to do? And everybody in the pod, the three of us outside of him, because we didn't give him a vote because he was
Yeah.
late. I was I'll go with whatever the majority is because I don't really care. I mean, yes, being late was bad, but he did mention 15 minutes before he was driving on his way home from work. I lived in Seattle for many a years, so that could be a 10-minute trip. It could be a 3-hour trip. I mean, it's not like he intentionally, you know what I mean,
Right.
made the game go late. And we were looking for a sub, and he showed up. And so the vote then again, before he even joined, was, well, do we want to find the sub still, or do we want to let him play? Because he's over an hour late. And the other guys were like, no, we'll just let him play. Let's just fire. So, but then he was really mad because it was late. The guy who was late went infinite and won, and then he was like, all salty about it.
Of course,
And-
right?
And I was
This
like,
is the way.
and then they
This
voted.
is the way.
It is the
Yeah,
way.
and,
I mean, I
they
had a
voted-
salty outburst a few weeks ago just because of a shortcut that I was going to do but didn't do because I was just going to end the game, and then I forgot to do it, but then I already presented the win, so I was just like, well, I want to do it, and then I was told no, you can't do it. I'm like, all right, well, fuck me for being nice, and then I left. So then I realized I'm like, that's not really the best attitude to have. So then I apologized, and it seems fine so far.
Right. Yeah, I played a couple.
I think
of
I
them
was
on
in
six.
that
It's
game
pretty cool here.
with you. I think I was one of the people you told to fuck off.
I didn't say fuck off. I said fuck me. Fuck
Right?
me
No,
for
I
being nice.
got
be
your
fair.
frustration, and I was like, I get it. I mean, I wasn't mad. It's not like you, again, like you said, you didn't attack anybody personally. You didn't go off. You were just like, well, that's.
Yeah,
fucking irritating.
I had a rough night a rough morning waking up, and I wake up before most of these games. Like I'm a third shifter, so like I wake
Oh,
up.
yeah.
Like my Sundays are even more worse. Like I'm already fucking whooped because I've been up since 5 p.m. But I didn't sleep very well, so I have low sleep, and then I've got to stay up until 8 a.m. And then it's just like, it's long days.
No,
But I play
yeah,
my D&D group, so
and we all have an outburst here or there. I've had my own
yeah,
fair
for
share.
sure.
it's my first one actually. I've never actually raged yet. That's my very first time doing that.
And
That's why I thought
don't
about it.
take
I'm like, all right, I gotta
personally.
apologize.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't take it personally unless you personally attacking somebody and being, way out of line. It's like,
Right.
fuck this shit. This is dumb. And then you leave, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I didn't come across as well as it probably should have, but I didn't really hurt anybody's feelings. We're just moving on. But no, I mean, like this game was super fun. We
Yeah.
were all just fucking around and beating each other in the face. It was good times. It was a good time.
Yeah,
No,
it was
yeah,
fun.
this game
I
was
was
really
really
fun.
hoping
This is a
to
good
top
call.
deck something that could have stopped you. One
Well,
thing
I
that
was hoping to top them something too on that last turn, and I.
Well, I have Armageddon, so what I was really hoping
I
to
was
get
like,
was
damn.
Armageddon because
It's
I would
not
have
what I
blown
needed.
his lands out.
Oh,
And
no.
Fairies
then,
Protection Armageddon.
do what?
Teferi's Protection Armageddon.
I mean, I
You
have
can't
done
really
that.
do that.
But, I mean, I have done that, but I would have blown my own lands up because I already had Chun-Li on the board. And so I would have, while you were trying to get enough mana to get something back out, just poked you to death. Was the whole plan. Because I had a return spell in my hand for 2 or less mana to bounce your commander back. And it's like, all right, well, now find 5 land.
Right. Yeah. Damn.
And just poke. I mean, I've won that way before, but I mean, that's what I was
I got
hoping
to
for.
just use my Fiddlebender. I could have went infinite mana and then won.
Once again, is why Lemons was MVP.
Fiddlebender.
That's what. Listen, that's what I was saying. We gotta you and me, right?
No,
Guys
you're
on
right.
this with
I
their,
mean,
with their combat, dude. And that's what I'm saying. As soon as you
For so long.
the deafening silence, they both are me. You
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
keep it. You
Yeah.
gotta keep it.
Well, had he not blown it up, I was going to use Mystical Tutor on his instep to put Generous Gift on the top of my deck, and I was going to blow it up.
Get
So,
rid of that shit.
It was going either way.
Yeah.
I was gonna Jin gift it, and then
See, that's why you should have definitely waited. You would have made him get rid of 2 cards.
Right. Yeah. Well,
And you would
yeah.
have had the beast within stuff.
That was a misplay.
Exactly.
Oh well.
Even with the misplay, hey. Yeah.
Hey.
well, he needed.
No, it's
to
not a
beast
misplay,
with
it's not a
him so
misplay,
he
it's-
could
Well,
do
I
what he
I
needed to do to
telegraphed
draw
it.
cards. Because if he left himself there without blowing that up, he wouldn't have been able to draw more than 1 card.
No, right. Like he
So, I mean,
needed to get rid of it eventually too.
Yeah, he had.
But that's
to,
just
because
like
he had-
that's the thing that's
Yeah,
tough
just-
about
just
stacks
start
though, because
going,
like
yeah.
generally when you remove like that, like those bottleneck pieces, like you better be ready to like win immediately, or you better have like a lot of interaction.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you remove those stacks pieces, people are going to attempt to win. So like if
I mean,
you're not
we
attempting
played
to
for
win,
10 turns, and we're all just sitting here drawing into the pieces to build our.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So if
yeah,
you're not
so-
ready to win or you don't have interaction, don't remove the stacks piece because you better
I'm
be
sitting
ready.
in my hand with the Rings of Brightheart, Ashnod's Altar,
Yep.
Time Sieve, and Wishclaw Talisman. So I was like, yeah, I just
yeah.
Ready to go.
I just couldn't find any of my finishers. Like I couldn't find Kamal, Crater Hoof. I tried to grab Elishnorn, I got countered. I didn't find Beastmasters, Finale of Div. Like I couldn't find anything to like actually get any damage down.
What could you have gotten with Wishclaw? What was your best?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like legitimately, probably just Crater Hoof. Just slam a Crater Hoof.
Attack Pickles or you attack me?
I mean, I would have been able to kill 2 people. So you could
Well,
have
I
given
don't know.
it to
We
me.
were both at 8.
Crater Hoof.
So.
No, I could have killed 2 people with it if you didn't martial coup the board away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to.
If you had given him Wishclaw Talisman, he had pieces. I mean, I had the only thing I could have Wishclawed for that would have still allowed me to win the game was Approach of the Second Sun, and then I was going to Mystical Tutor it back to the top, and then the Fairy's Protection, and then on my next turn cast it and win. So that was the play. But then
Maybe
you
know what I should have done too. I could have Wishclaw finale Crater.
Oh,
That's what I
phenomenal.
should have done.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
definitely been the
That would have been the play. That would have been lethal.
Well, yeah,
movie.
I think you were least on the list to get that wish claw though.
There was a thought. I almost
Yeah.
did it because I'm
No,
just
because
maybe,
I think I could have politicked it. Like I could have been like, hey, I'll kill.
hey,
yeah.
if you kill those 2 and just leave us with the end, that'd be cool.
That's what I said. I could have politicked it.
Yeah, probably because you got it both. Yeah, you can kill
my
Pickles. You're sitting
politic
here at
was
36
no
health
matter
for some
what
reason.
you do, I won't die, so I don't really care. So if you want to give me the Wishclaw Talisman, there's 1 card in my deck that I could pull that would be useful. Would I have
Yeah.
pulled Approach of the Second Sun with Wishclaw? Absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean no, but that's on me. I think I could have convinced you to give it to me.
Because
I
and I
made a
didn't have
deal.
14 mana or a way to make 14 mana, so even if I could have just Mystical Tutored it back to the top, I couldn't.
You have to find a way to draw and then also cast it again.
But are you even allowed to do that though? Because I know there's rules about like not king making, and so when it talks about like killing people, so like if I finale'd into Crater Hoof, isn't there like a? Am I even allowed to not kill someone? Like
You can
If you
choose.
present lethal to the board, you have to.
that's what I'm saying. Like if I make that deal, then he gives it to me, and then I finale.
It says it in there, lethal and or you present.
That's what I'm saying. Would I even be allowed to like honor the deal or like?
No, there's a specific.
But if, say, I had gotten Psych Rift into my hand, when you presented lethal to the board, I could have Psych Rifted and then gotten a half a point for 2 people to save life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then I could have put it under Chun-Li and then Psych Rifted every time I attacked. and
That's
that
so
would have pretty much
ridiculous.
been good.
But it's not overloaded though. It's just 1 target.
You can. You can't overload it because you have the copy of the spell. So the copy of the spell, you have to pay the mana cost.
At a normal cost, yeah.
You don't have to pay the normal cost. You are allowed to pay the secondary or the what is it called? The I'm trying to think of the terminology on it.
Would it be
it's
an
in the
alternate
rules.
cost?
The alternate. You're allowed to pay the alternate cost. So if you have one where you can play it for free, so say you exile cards, you can.
I'm
play
not
it
sure
for
that's
free.
how that works.
It
But I don't
is.
know.
As dumb as it sounds, it is because you're allowed to pay the alternate cost, but even if it's free, you still have to pay the entirety of the alternate.
I'll say you
cost.
still have to pay the full mana cost, is what I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I would
You
still
have to,
have to
you have
drop
to,
7.
like if you have Psychonic Rift over
Yeah.
100, you could play the Psychonic Rift.
Right, I would just literally
You
attack,
have to pay the
pay
7.
7, wipe the board, attack, pay 7, wipe the board, and
It's a
then
very
just,
slow win, but you know,
Very
you got to do
slow-
what you got to do.
I didn't get into it. I had Teferi's Protection in my hand forever because, and I think it's either Lightning Greaves or Swiftfoot. I think is in my deck. If I could get those 3 cards together, that's another infinite loop. So what it does is I use Faithful Mending. I pitch to Fairy's Protection in the graveyard so it doesn't get exiled. I throw it underneath Chun-Li, and every time I attack, I pay 3 mana and phase out. And with Swiftfoot, you can't target her. So then, once I get it off once, I literally can just sit there and do this infinitely and draw through my deck, and you can't do me any damage.